Good weekend. What did y'all get up to? I started watching a new Chinese drama and I'm addicted to it. That's what I did at my weekend apart from filming and editing. Manda, welcome in. How are you? Yeah, I started this Chinese drama called Till the End of the Moon. And it starts off where there's this guy and he's a demon god and he is killing all the immortals. And so this woman finds this thing that can put her, finds this thing that shows her like a vision of his past life and how in the past he was mortal at one point. So she has to go back in time to get his like evil bone and destroy it so that he doesn't become a demon god. So as her family are being murdered, she goes back in time. And is now in the body of a woman. And then she finds out that the woman is actually the demon god's wife. So yeah, it's very intense. But yeah, you're sick and EP. Oh no, Amanda, I'm sorry you're sick. Is it just like a cold or something? Trying to get some metaphor in today. Are you working today? I hope you're not working if you're sick. But I know myself, and I go into work when I'm sick. So I go into work. I come down and sit at my desk when I'm sick. But yeah. Got cold the day you got back from your friend's wedding. Oh. At least you got it after the wedding. Cause that would be horrible if you had it whilst at the wedding. I hope your friend's wedding was good. Take half day today. You work from home this morning. That's a good idea because I always feel like mornings are the worst when you're sick. Like I always feel really, really awful in the mornings, and then by the afternoon I'm feeling a bit better. Cause mornings you just feel really groggy. Yeah, apart from that, I didn't really do much this weekend. And my stream title is because I'm panicking so much right now. I woke up this morning in such a state of panic. Because I go on holiday a week on Friday. And I request it. So I have a Korean address. I get all my albums shipped there because they like come out individually. So I get them all shipped there because it's cheaper on the shipping. So I get them all shipped to the one place and then they send it as one big box to me. So it's cheaper in the long run. And also a bit more fuel economical. Yeah, so I requested my shipping a week ago today. But they're so backed up because Korea had so many holidays that they're only up to the 4th. And I requested mine on the 8th. And I'm like, I go on holiday a week on Friday. So I was like in a panic about that this morning. And then I was like, oh my god, I don't have any nice sandals for my holiday. So I did a cider order that I hope is going to arrive by like Wednesday next week. I am in such a panic about this holiday. I feel so like not ready for it. Like I'm very ready for a holiday because I need it. The last few months I feel have been really rough for me. So I think I definitely need like time away from work and time away from streaming. Because honestly, I've been kind of coming on to stream and feeling a bit, if that makes sense, like really anxious about streaming. And I don't normally feel like that, but the last few months have made me feel really anxious. My numbers are down and like I try not to look at the numbers. Like everyone's like, oh, you shouldn't look at your numbers, but like numbers are what push me, and my numbers have been really down the last few months, and it's just like it's very hard. So I think I need time away to just reset my brain and not be thinking about it. But yeah, I'm very excited to go away. It's just for a week, so it's not like a huge thing, but a week's better than nothing. Yeah. I'm glad to see, like, an hour ago, Asmongold got banned. We love to see that, although it took them far too long to do it, but I was absolutely horrified yesterday seeing the shit he was saying on this platform. Like, what the fuck? And then, like, I didn't, like, I only watched a couple of the clips that were floating around. I never watched, like, anything else. I know he had, like, I think he had, like, a 4-hour long conversation with Hassan. And, like, bless Hassan, but, like, I don't think you're changing his mind. And I think Hassan always tries to go into these things, these discussions, debates, to try and change people's minds. And I just feel like, I don't know if it's gonna work on him. But I kind of understand why he wants to try it, though, because Asmongold has such a huge platform. Like, he gets like 40,000 people on his streams, and I think Hassan probably feels like the hope of, like, maybe he can change his mind to get more people to care, because if he cares, then maybe his community will care, the 40,000 plus people that turn up, you know? But it's like, Jesus. It's like, I saw some screenshots of Hassan just being like, it's awful. The stuff he was saying was awful. So I'm really glad that Twitch banned him. I don't think, I think I think it's only a temporary ban. But I suppose if it's like a kind of first infraction, it is what it is. But I feel like that's the kind of thing that you have to take someone off the platform for. Because he was literally calling Palestinians inferior. That's hate speech. Literally Hitler said that shit about Jewish people. That, like, it's just wrong. Yeah. The big K-pop news. There's so much happening in K-pop at the moment. It's like, let me tell you all. So, I guess the first thing would be Sungan from Rise, right? So Rise debuted last summer. They were a 7-member boy group from SM Entertainment. And then I think it was like October, November of last year, stuff about Sungan started getting leaked, like pictures of him in bed with a girl from before he was an idol. Pictures of him smoking. A live he did with a friend. In fact, I think it was someone in TXT. I can't remember. But a live he did where there was only 3 people watching, because this was all on his private Instagram. So someone he was close to was leaking all this shit. So he then got put on hiatus because the fans were really mad about it. And then we didn't hear anything really until, I think it was Friday or maybe Saturday, where SM finally announced that he was going to be coming back to the group. And everyone in the international community was really happy about this. But the Korean fans were not happy about this, and they wanted his head. And the most horrendous thing I've seen in K-pop in a really long time happened, where fans of the 6 members, not including Sunghun, ordered and organized 1,000 funeral wreaths to stand outside of SM Entertainment. 1,000 funeral wreaths for a man who is not dead. All he did was have a girlfriend and smoke before he even debuted. And they were bullying him online. It's literally the most the vitriol I'm seeing is just horrendous. And some of the stuff I've seen as well is just like, I saw people saying, right, so from what everyone has seen, it was, people reckon that the group wanted him back. Like, all of them wanted him to come back, and he apparently wasn't, he originally wanted to leave, and they convinced him to come back. So yeah, and then so I was seeing these fans. I'm putting air quotes around the word fans because they literally said, I don't care if the boys want him back. I'm the one who pays money. What the fuck kind of mentality is that for a group you support? All he did was have a girlfriend and smoke. Like, it's absolutely bananas. I've seen multiple videos of these girls dancing in front of the funeral wreaths that they bought him. It's absolutely abhorrent. And so then on Sunday, like 2 days later or 1 day later, I can't even remember when it was announced, but on Sunday, SM announced that he would be leaving the group. They said that he was the one who wanted to leave, but like he was bullied into it. And it's frankly SM's fault as well. Like, it's the fans' fault. But it's also SM's fault for not supporting him. Like, they've done fuck all for him. They did nothing to protect him. So yeah, there's now a massive boycott of Rise. It's honestly some of the worst shit I've seen in K-pop in a really long time. It's so bad. I've been seeing people call for a black ocean, which, if you don't know what a black ocean is, it's like, so at K-pop concerts, you've seen I've Got Light Sticks, right? They have like light sticks for like support of groups. A black ocean is like at a big event where there's multiple groups. So like an award show, or it used to be Dream Concert or whatever, where there was like multiple groups and groups had like their sections and they all had their different light sticks. A black ocean is where everyone turns off their light stick for that group. One of the most like well-known black oceans was for my bias group, Sunny Today, Girls' Generation. In 2008 Stream Concert, they had a black ocean because some of their fans were being really awful. Yeah, let me show you. So this was the black ocean for Girls' Generation. That's not what a concert normally looks like. Let me see. When I get like a picture of what dream concert crowds normally look like, because it's like different lights. It's not just like a pink ocean. So that was that one. Black oceans are like traumatizing for K-pop groups. Like they're really bad. So this is what a dream concert normally would look like. There's different lights, there's different fans everywhere, and that's what happened with Girls' Generation. So yeah, a lot of people are calling for a Black Ocean for Rise. I don't know about it because they're really traumatizing, and it's not like the group did anything wrong, but there has been Black Oceans because of fans before, and I don't know. Yeah, that's one of the big newses in K-pop. Another big news is that there was like a thing in the government today where idols were like talking about their treatment and stuff, and Honey from New Jeans was there, and she was talking about like her treatment as an idol, and the CEO of Adore, which is like the company that New Jeans are under, said that idols are not considered as workers, which is really not great because like you need protections as workers, but they just don't consider them workers. And then another thing that came out of it was that HYBE have been allegedly been covering up that someone died from overworking for them. And I'm like, what in the fuck is going on? I was shocked when I saw it. Yeah, that's the big news in K-pop today. Yeah. Oh my god, he was... Oh my god. He's been banned for 2 weeks. Asmund Gold's been banned for 2 weeks. That's a long time. Normally bans are like for 2-3 days. 2 weeks is a lot. That's good. I mean, I wish you were banned for life, but 2 weeks is better than nothing. I feel like my heart is just so heavy at the moment. There's just so much awful stuff going on, you know? Like, I think we've probably all seen the scenes in Gaza with the who we now know to be, I think he's a 19-year-old kid on fire. Because Israel bombed a hospital and tents outside of the hospital and set them on fire. So that's weighing very heavily on me. There's this shit with Asmund Gold that's weighing heavy on me. The K-pop stuff's weighing heavy on me because it sounds like, I'm not comparing it obviously to a genocide, but it's just another thing that I'm thinking of that's like really sad because this boy's lost his career because of fucking weird girlfriend stans. And then there's also some stuff going on right now in Korea where there's a new TV show coming out that's about like a gay guy called Love in the Big City, and like conservatives are protesting it, and it's just really sad to see. And like I just feel the state of things are just really bad, and I just feel really sad at the moment. And sometimes I wish I didn't care. I mean, I'm glad I care because I think it's really important for people to care. Because if people don't care, then things never change. But it's like... sometimes I wish I were a normie. Just going to work at the office, coming home, watching TV, and going to bed. Having no cares in the world, like an ostrich with my head in the sand. Because I just feel sad all the time now. And it's like so much stuff that I care so much about and there's nothing I can do. Well, there's not nothing I can do. Like, I do try to help out in the ways I can, but it just feels like... what are we doing? What as a society are we doing? It's like every day I go on Twitter and I see fucking David Lammy, who is the UK's foreign secretary, being like, oh, this can't continue. Oh, it's really shocking scenes. And it's like, stop fucking giving them bombs. You can easily stop this by stopping giving them bombs. I was furious last week because Zara Sultana, who is she is one of the few politicians I like in this country. She is a Labour MP, but she's had the whip removed from her because she goes against shit. Unlike everyone else who's a fucking coward. She asked Keir Starmer, the Prime Minister of the UK, she asked him to ban all arms sales. And he said no. Because the arms sales also include for defense. I'm like, who the fuck? What do you mean for defense? They wouldn't have to defend themselves because no one would be fighting them. Because if they weren't fighting other people. Like, they're the aggressors here. Who do they need to defend themselves from? If they stopped being aggressive, if they stopped attacking people, they wouldn't need to defend themselves because people wouldn't be attacking them. They're the ones doing it. I'm furious. You just keep seeing all these fucking politicians being like, this is really bad. This needs to stop. Israel, you need to stop. And it's like, you can make it stop. You can stop giving them arms. It is that simple. And they won't do it. I literally cannot believe I am witnessing appeasement. Like, I studied this shit in school. And it's the same fucking stuff that happened with Hitler. They just kept going, oh, it's not that much of an issue. Oh, it's fine. We'll just appease him. It's fine. And then we saw what happened. The same thing is happening right now. Because it's not going to stop at Palestine. It's going to go... They're on Lebanon. They're on, Yemen? Iran? Like, it's not going to stop. Once he's got rid of the Palestinians, he's going to move on to everywhere else and get rid of all of them so he can become a massive, huge state. Lily, welcome in. How are you? You have no context for the topic. I'm just talking about Israel. That's all the context you need. I have no idea who Jacob Geller is. Yeah, I am just... My heart is just so heavy every day. Anyway. We're going to be playing some Ace Attorney today. We're coming towards the end of this trial, which means we're coming towards the end of Justice for All. And I don't know what I'm going to do about Ace Attorney as a series, because I'll be honest, it's very difficult to play on stream because I feel like there is simply no engagement there. And the streams are very quiet, and it makes me feel a bit sad. So I don't know if I will continue playing Ace Attorney on stream. It might be something I do on YouTube. I don't know. I've also been considering doing Yakuza on YouTube, and not on stream. Just because I feel like, again, that's like Yakuza is very difficult for stream because it's very hard for lurkers. Because it doesn't have English in the game, in the earlier games. So it's, I don't know. May, welcome in, how are you? Video is essentially everyone talks about Spec Ops: The Line as a video game forcing you to be mean to civilians, but why is the atrocities white phosphorus specifically, and how does this relate to current politics? Okay. I mean, I have no idea what. I have no idea what that's about. Branching out to YouTube might improve metrics, but I feel like it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. Well, it's not that I want to do it for metrics. It's more like, I want to continue doing these games, but for stream, they're just not fun for me to stream. Because they're so quiet. But I don't want, for the people who are enjoying watching me play, I don't want them to miss out on me playing the rest of the series. So that's why I do it as like a YouTube thing. You're still sick but on the mend. I'm glad you're on the mend. You got your period? Oh god. Periods when sick are just the worst. Like, periods in general are terrible, but when you're sick, they're even worse. It's like, oh, you want to die. Sorry, Ray. I hope you feel better soon. Yeah. I feel like someone other than me probably would have given up on some of these games on stream, but I'm really stubborn. And I think is a detriment to myself sometimes. So you've been feeling like dying? Oh. You can finally taste and smell? Well, that's good. I love tasting and smelling. What the hell is this music? Oh, I feel like this doesn't really work as a piano, so okay. Anyway, but yeah, that's all that's really been on my mind lately is the Chinese drama I'm watching, the political situation of the world. My streams, and yeah. If you have a large audience, the games are a hoot. It's a shame smaller streamers can't get enough engagement to make the long vocal work worth it. What do you mean? I mean, what do you mean by long vocal work? I don't need the fluids outside of my body. I mean, it's good to flush things out. I think it's good. Yeah, I think flushing things out is good. Some streamers voice act all the dialogue. I mean, I do. That's what I do. But that's not really part, like, that's not my concern, really. Okay, let me run this ad and then we'll get into the game. God, I had such a traumatizing day in work, and it wasn't even that bad. But it was like, if any of you work in an office, or like, not an office, but have like Microsoft Office as your main like thing in work, I was on my lunch break today, and all I could kept hearing, oh.
Okami May just subscribed for 27 months. There.
May, thank you for the 27 months. I appreciate you. Yeah, I was just sitting on my lunch and I just kept hearing the Teams pings going off. I was literally like, oh my god. I was like dreading going back to my desk after lunch, and then it turned out it was nothing to do with me and was just like a team like a group chat for everyone in work who, like, in case people had Firefox, because there was an important Firefox update. I was like, seriously. It was driving me mental. Did not like the ads at the moment. What ads were you getting me? I don't know what ads I get now. I literally just tune out ads entirely. You don't remember you subbed as soon as you got them. That's valid. Yeah, like I do watch some streams that have run ads on them. Like I watch like watch party streams for esports. So like I see ads, but like I don't even like take in what's happening. I'm just like, So yeah, I don't know what ads are on mine at the moment. Oh my god, did y'all see the Pokemon leaks? That was a thing. I actually haven't really looked at them much myself. I've more just seen the memes. I know everyone's been talking about the Typhlosion one and how there's like a game file. Not a game file, but a file about Typhlosion entrapping a woman and making her pregnant. Which is like gross, but apparently there's like even worse ones and no one's talking about it. But from what I'm understanding, they seem to be more like a world myth building exercise, because they all seem to be quite like similar to like Japanese myths. Because when I was talking to James about it, and I said to him that like it sounds kind of like something what Zeus would do, you know, like the Greek god Zeus, because Zeus once turned into a swan and raped a woman. So like it sounded like that, and from what I'm seeing, yeah, a lot of people, the general consensus is that it's like a myth building exercise. So yeah, that's the main one people are talking about. And also, like, the whole anime for the next 2 years got leaked, which is a very big shame for the people who work on the anime. That must suck. And then there's been some, like, Pokemon models and stuff that have leaked as well. But yeah, I think everyone's just talking about Typhlosion. Saw something, but it feels like a dream. What did you see, me? Let me get the game up and going on screen. Where the hell? Oh, my controller's over there. That's why you said it feels like a dream. So you saw the Typhlosion one. Yeah. Was it Typhlosion? No, it's not Typhlosion. Who was it? Was it Hang on. Let me just double check myself. Yeah, it was Typhlosion. For some reason, I thought it wasn't. I was getting the names confused. Anyway, let's get into it. I can't remember where we left off. Why would that be in there? Well, it's I think it was just like a team exercise kind of thing, probably, May. You know, where it's like you work on something just to kind of, like, it's not something that they were ever going to release to the public. Right, yes. So Maya is kidnapped by the receptionist dude who turns out to be an assassin. Things are just very strange in this case. I don't really know what's going on. Why did he even write or code that? Oh, it's not. I think it's like a Word document. It's like, I think it's just to like do some world building for their own team mind kind of thing. Okay, so I haven't spoken to Old Bag here, so let's get into it. But I mean, Pokemon is the game that has a thing about about, like, what was it, Drifloon just like takes children away. And let's not forget, Ash's mum is dating Mr. Mime, so this is not that wild for Pokemon, I don't think. Okay, let's see. Night of the murder. Please talk to me about the night of the murder just one more time.
I talked about it plenty at the trial. I was fooled, tricked, deceived by that fraud of a photographer and her note. She was loitering around here with the imbecilic look on her face. We said imbecilic look on her face? Okay, got it. Now hold on a second there, you little pipsqueak. If you're gonna take notes, at least make me sound better than that. Oh, alright.
Now I've seen everything.
But you know, I was working that night too, doing my job, minding my own business. So it's not like I had time to waste standing around here the whole night.
Yeah, it's for children. Well, I don't think the files were ever supposed to have, like, got out to anyone. I was wondering if you could tell me a bit more about Mr. Kurita.
He was the most popular star, you know, especially where it counts, in my book.
But I heard that he was lagging behind in the polls against Mr. On Guard.
Well, that was just a recent thing. Bad luck and all that, you know. But he was going to become an even bigger star than he used to be. Just look at this mountain of presents. To show with the mountain of feelings all his fans had for him.
Yeah, the mountain is pretty big and certainly nothing to shake a stick at.
Mr. Nick?
What is it, Pearls?
The presents are all bells, right?
She's got a point. There isn't a single thing here that isn't a bear. That's true. Oh, you mean with this, the Pokédex entries? Yeah. Yeah. They do have some really interesting ones. It's quite I like looking through the Pokédex entries to see what weird stuff they come up with. All of Mr. Kurida's presents from his fans seem to be bears.
Oh, that's because you can't think of Juan without thinking about bears.
Bells? Why bells?
You don't know? When my dear Juan was bear training, he fought barehanded with a bear. He refused to give in and let the bear win, but after the fight, they became friends. Wow, what the heartwarming story! Look, just like in those young people dramas, I can see those two tuckered out down by a river going, hey, you sure can fight. You too, bub, you too.
Bub. Did all that really happen?
It's in his biography, bub.
What a load of crock.
So ever since then, fans have been giving him bears as presents.
Yeah, nice. Bears. Help. I'm scared. What is that infernal racket?
It's one of the presents going off. Sounds like it's already 8 p.m. Way past your bedtime.
What startled me? I thought I was gonna die for a second.
8 p.m.? That's the time when the award ceremony started that night, remember?
Time sure flies. Hard to believe it's been 2 days since the ceremony. The transceiver. Hello? Hello? This is not a phone. Oh, wait. Maya? How is Maya? You haven't hurt her, have you? It seems you are not able to fulfill your end of the bargain, Mr. Attorney. I've heard the news, so it would seem my present did you no good.
No, missing Maya! Missing Maya!
One more day, please. All I ask for is one more day. I'll get a not guilty verdict for sure this time, please. I suppose, if I must. I need that acquittal more than anything else, after all. Please, please let Maya say something. I want to hear she's alright. Alright, then... A little... What is with the static all of a sudden? Hello? Hello? It seems bad. Connect. Damn it. Did the transceiver just suddenly break? Excuse me.
What happened?
I don't know. All of a sudden it became nothing but static.
Missing Maya! Missing Maya!
Why did the transceiver suddenly break like that? I should probably have an electronics expert look at it. The sooner the better. Oh dear. Is this old bag? Let me have a look. Yeah, that's old bag. That is old bag. Okay, so...
So that's a bed!
Yep, it's big, but it's a bed.
Ah! Mr. Nick, it's so soft!
How easily children are entertained. Okay, Bottles of cosmetics are scattered all over the floor. This is probably where Mr. Kurita fought his assailant.
Splash shots!
They're probably from the glass vase Ms. Andrews knocked over. Okay. Looks like Mr. Kurita had dinner that night.
This bottle, it's tomato juice.
There are a lot of food at the rewards show that night, but I wonder if the stars had gone on stage after only eating a meager meal like this. I think we've done all that. So... Oh.
Wow, there are a lot of bells.
Alarm clock ones, collector's editions, stuffed teddies, plastic models. It's pretty overwhelming. Is there a kind of bear he doesn't have?
There's even a few in the trash.
Yeah, I get the feeling maybe the guy didn't really like bears.
What daddies?
Oh. I don't want to do that voice. I don't think I want to bear with the trauma the last case caused me.
What's wrong, Mr. Nick?
Okay, that's not what I'm looking for. What am I... It's a suitcase. There are so many things in it that I bet it barely closes. There's his clothes, a dryer, an electric shaver, a calculator.
Do us stars pack too much stuff like Mr. Koida?
What the...
It's so messy here.
Pearls really likes things neat and tidy, I take it.
There are a lot of electronic things in here that I've never seen before. Hey, Mr. Nick, tell me what they are, pretty please.
Oh. I can't be bothered talking through all this because I think I've read it before. Okay.
Hey, welcome back, pal. I thought I'd make you a little something for dinner.
That's nice. Thanks.
A rich man's luxurious full-course meal out of a can, that is.
I'm sorry you went through all the trouble to cook, but I don't have the time to eat.
Oops, looks like you don't have a can opener, pal.
You've got to be kidding. And here I thought you'd already whipped something up.
Oh, I know. There's one way I know how to be helpful. Ask me about anything you want, pal. Go ahead.
Well, since he's here and offering, I wonder what I should try asking him about. Oh, I've already spoken to him. Maybe I should give him the transceiver?
The transceiver? Oh, Mr. Nick, you should ask Mr. Scruffy Detective about that thing. What thing?
Oh yeah, this thing just broke up and broke all of a sudden.
It broke, pal?
When I was talking to the kidnapper, it just suddenly broke into static. Look, it sounded like this.
I don't hear any static, pal.
Huh? This is giving... This is giving when I asked my dad to help me with something that's broken, and then my dad looks at it and it's not broken anymore. Like, literally just looks at it, doesn't even touch it, just looks at it, it's not broken anymore.
Maybe it fixed itself.
That's strange. I'm sure it was making a loud static noise. Maybe. Maybe what?
Maybe it was electromagnetic interference, pal.
Electromagnetic interference? Oh. Yeah. Oh. Although that's not the electromagnetic interference noise. That's like a so what is electromagnetic interference?
It's something that happens when a radio wave gets mixed up with another signal, pal.
Oh, when you put it that way.
I don't understand what you're talking about. Like, for example, when a cell phone goes off next to a computer screen. The stuff on the screen gets kind of fuzzy and starts acting funny, right? Huh? Computer?
It's like when you use the dryer next to the TV and the screen starts looking weird. Trev, welcome in. How are you?
Oh, yes, the TV does that. Oh, so that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's when it goes... She seems amazingly happy at being able to understand this.
So the room you were in when that interference to the transceiver happened. There's gotta be something there that's sending out very strong radio waves, pal. Something like a listening device or something.
Ah. Hey, speaking of that, where were you when it happened?
We were in Mr. Kaida's room. The scene of the murder. What?
That's it, I'm gonna sneak into the precinct and get a bug sweeper. A sweeper. I'll meet you at the crime scene later, alright, pal? Wait, Gumshoe. Oh yeah, baby, it's investigating time! I'm on fire, pal! My 8 fingers are itching to go! Yeah! We should be going to Mr. Nick. Alright, let's go. How are you doing, Trev? How is Gizzy Wizzy? And his funny tummy. When I said that just there, I felt very much like that scene in American Horror Story, Asylum. Is it Asylum? Yes, I think so. Where she's like, and a banana, fee, fi, phone. You had the name and then you add banana. Do you know what I'm talking about? That's how I felt like. I'm gonna start going Gizzy, Wizzy, Bo, Busy, Banana. Gizmo Banana, yeah. He's there mostly, so now he's being annoying as shit. Well, that's why you know he's good then. I know Hope's doing well because all she does is go meow, 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 meow. Meow. Oh. Speaking of, she's just woken. Oh, she's away. I was gonna. Oh no, maybe she's not away. You wanna see her? See? Come here. Where are you going? Come here. No. Come here. She's not having it. Come here. There we go. Here's the baby. The big round baby. Are you big? Are you round? Speaking of big, there's apparently reports that the UK government wants to start giving people injections of Ozempic if they're obese and out of work to try and get them to go back to work. I literally was like, what? When I read it, like, what the fuck? Yeah, because that's what we should be spending our money on. Giving people Ozempic and not the 5 million other things wrong with this country. Didn't know employment was a side effect of Ozempic. Yeah, apparently. You give people Ozempic and suddenly they have a job. Never mind the fact that so many people are becoming unemployed at the moment because the tech industry is failing. Yeah, just put even more people into the job pool. Hey, you're finally here, pal! Sorry to keep you sorry to keep you waiting.
Do you have the, bug sweeper?
Well, you see, I got busted trying to sneak in, pal, and suddenly I'm staring at the precinct doors. From the outside, I mean, so yeah, I couldn't get one of the police sweeper bugs. What do you mean you couldn't get one? We need that item. Hey, calm down, pal! I didn't say I didn't get one, just not the police's.
Wow, so this is a bug sweeper.
It looks a little broken. Hey, this was made when I was in elementary school, pal. Oh, by who? Me, of course. Seeing this thing sure brings back memories. Hey, don't look down at it, pal. Sure, it looks a little beat up, but I put my heart and soul into building this puppy here.
Your heart and soul?
It'll work. Trust me, pal. It'll do the job, but you can't set the sensitivity. So it's gonna beep at anything that gives off electromagnetic waves.
But isn't it better that way?
Oh, well, anyway, since I brought us all this way, might as well give it a whirl, right, pal? I'm getting that sinking feeling again. Okay, now I'll tell you how to use this baby. There's a listening device or some other sort of bug hidden in this room, pal.
So we're going to find it, right?
Right, now, first, let's turn the sweeper on. Next, move the sweeper around the room to give a real thorough look-you-see, pal. The sweeper will let you know how strong a signal it's picking up, so keep an eye on it, okay? Once you find something that's giving off a lot of radio waves, press enter to lock onto it. There's a lot of things here that's going to give off radio waves, so let's take a good look at anything and everything that seems suspicious, okay, pal? Alright, I'm gonna go stand outside and keep an eye out. Give me a yell if you find the bug. Got it, pal? Well, the phone is the most common place for a listening device, I'd say. But let's take the receiver apart first before we get ahead of ourselves here.
Wow, you know a lot about electronics, don't you, Nick?
Yeah, I know tons, especially when it comes to taking them apart. It's my specialty. Is he talking shit? I'll leave the fixing part up to Gumshoe. So,
is our listening device in there?
No. I really thought it had to be in the phone too. Well, it's not going to be the radio or the telly, is it? The alarm clock? Well, it certainly looks like an alarm clock.
What's wrong? Why do you look so troubled?
I just can't imagine the listening device being inside this alarm clock. It just sort of reminded me of something that happened a long time ago.
Oh!
Well, anyway, it looks like the listening device isn't in here. Oh, is it not?
Oh, the water in this hot water pot has run out. I'll go get more water for it.
Okay, sounds good. Looks like she's forgotten all about looking for the listening device. Okay, I thought it'd for sure be in one of the bears. Oh, oops. It's a plain old calculator.
It says 50 on it. Maybe he was calculating his allowance.
Oh, 50 cents? Maybe if he was a spirit medium. Okay.
What's this?
It's a small video camera. No listening device in this gizmo. Gizmo! In this gizmo!
Everyone's trying to make everything smaller and smaller lately, aren't they, Mr. Nick?
That's what it seems like.
But I want to go bigger and bigger!
Well, eating only vegetables isn't going to help you there. You have to eat meat too. You're telling me it's not one of the bears?
Ah! What a lovely bear!
Ah! This must be one of those fancy bear-shaped toy robots.
It's a robot? It's a real robot?
Yeah, it's a real one.
Mr. Nick?
Yes?
How many horsepowers is it? How many horses?
Horses? Well look, it's a bear, so,
The radio is on and playing something. Oh, it's Kids Question Corner. Yes, why is it, Mr. Nick?
Why don't you listen to the radio program a little more, Pearls? I don't really think the listening device is in the TV of all places.
Looks like the TV was left on and is now showing an old samurai movie.
Yeah, this channel plays all sorts of international movies, as well as domestic ones.
You know, every time I watch one of these old movies, I always think, wow, these Japanese stars are really good at English.
Yeah.
When I grow up, I want to study Japanese.
I should probably keep my mouth shut here and not destroy her dream. Pearl discovers dubbing. Lamp, check. Listening device, nope. It's not in the lamp.
There are a lot of lamps in this room, answer Mr. Nick.
Yeah.
And they're all on. You shouldn't do that, Mr. Nick. Don't you know that's wasteful?
Yeah, I'll be more conscientious from now on, sorry. Nope. Nope. A cell phone? Nope, no bugs in here.
A cell phone?
What? Don't tell me you don't know what a cell phone is.
I'm sorry, I'd never seen one before.
Now that she mentions it. My cell phone couldn't get any reception while I was staying in Kurain village. And Pearls has never lived outside that village, so, well, I guess I can't say it's impossible to live without one. Okay.
What's this? It looks like a hot water pot, but...
Oh well, it's kind of like a hot water pot, I guess. But instead of hot water, coffee comes out.
Really? This pot can do that? Is there a pot that orange juice comes out of?
I don't think there's anything like that, Pearls, sorry. Where the fuck is it then? I feel like I've checked everything. There's no listening device in that notebook computer, huh?
What's a notebook computer?
Do you know what a notebook is?
Yes, it's a notebook with paper, so you can write on, so?
Well, that thing is like a notebook in a way. It's basically a small laptop.
Mr. Nick, what's a laptop?
Great, very good. Are we sure it's not a bear? There it is!
This is just a giant stuffed teddy bear, right?
I thought I hovered over that before, but I guess not.
It's the biggest one I have ever seen.
Hey, so did you guys find it yet? The listening device? I mean...
No, not yet, but this bear's eyes.
Let's see. A perfectly normal stuffed bear with some really strong radio waves. Sounds like you found the device to me, pal. Let's dig in this big fella's eye out and see what we got.
No, you can't! Such a violent act!
Oof!
No!
It's a miniature camera and it looks like there's more. There's a transmitter and a timer. A what emitter? A transmitter, pal!
Oh, is this more of its high-tech stuff?
Ooh. So this tiny thing is a camera? Yep, it's a pinhole CCD camera, pal. It's a small, high-grade video camera mostly used in security systems. So it's a video camera. It runs on a battery, which comes with it in a set. But there's no videotape in this camera? This is only the camera part here, pal. The tape recorder with the tape inside it is somewhere else.
Somewhere else?
The footage is changed into radio waves and is sent to that recorder.
So, it's sort of like a TV broadcast, isn't it?
Hey, you know, you're right. Pardon me. So, what is a transmitter? It's a device that sends the footage the camera took to a specific destination. It's like a video version of a listening device, pal. Sir, it looks like it's attached to a small clock-like thing. Oh, that's a timer, pal. You can set it to turn the camera on and record at a certain time with it.
You can set it for a certain time?
Yup, let's see. This looks like it was set to start at 8 p.m. and go for 1 hour. 8 p.m.? That was the time the award ceremony ended. There's no date set, so it's been recording every night, I guess.
Mr. Detective, how long has this bell been here?
I'm pretty sure it's been here since the night of the murder.
Then maybe...
Maybe this camera caught the murder on tape! What? And if you think about the angle the bear is at, it's bound to have a clear shot of the whole crime, pal. I wonder where the footage is.
So there was a camera in this bear's eye?
And it was disguised as a present. And I'm sure it was here on the night of the murder, pal. It's pretty big, so it stands out pretty well in my mind. But who gave Mr. Kurita this present? I don't know, pal. But this means that someone out there's got a video of what happened here that night.
Isn't there any way we can find out who that person is?
It's impossible, pal. Radio waves can be sent almost anywhere, so there's no real way to find out.
Oh.
Is there really no way to find out? I got it! What? Hey, pal, let me borrow this mini camera for a bit. What are you going to do? I'm gonna go around to the electronic shops and see if I can find out who had bought this. But that's impossible. I mean, it's already 9 p.m. Leave it to me. Even if I have to search all night, I'll find your man, pal. Oh yeah, baby, it's investigating time. Why does it keep saying baby? I'm on fire, pal. My fingers are itching to go. Yeah. He's gone. Yeah.
But Mr. Scurvy Detective sure is a nice man. He's pushing himself so hard, all for Mystic Maya's sake.
Is this Edgeworth? It's a mystery how you always manage to do things in the most inefficient ways, right? I knew it. You'll have to excuse me. I heard your conversation just now. Edgeworth, what are you doing here? A rescue team is being created and deployed. Can't say I'm optimistic, but we'll have to move forward one step at a time. I see, thanks. Don't thank me yet. We still have to find her. So there was a spy camera inside this stuffed bear, huh? You sure are one lucky man, right? Do you know this stuffed bear, little girl?
I have no idea.
Of course not. The maker of this bear is a very expensive luxury brand from overseas. It's completely handmade, and only a small number of these are exported here. What? The camera and transmitter that Scatterbrain Detective took with him are dead ends. Things like those can be bought anywhere. However, this bear is different. By tracking how it got into the country, this bear can tell us who the buyer is.
Can you really do that, Mr. Lee? Can you really?
Well, I guess so. It's 9 p.m. I think I can still make it in time. I'll be taking this for now. I'm sure you have other things you have to do. See you soon, right? Wait. What? Why are you doing this? I have no interest in explaining myself to someone who can't comprehend. But besides that, right? Until court reconvenes tomorrow, you should concern yourself with this question. Who was the person that murdered Juan Corrida? The real killer. Do you really still think it was Adrian Andrews? To be honest, I don't know anymore. You still have a little time left. Find the truth, right? Everything begins with the truth. Juan Corrida's real killer. Ms. Andrews passed. The kidnapper whose sole condition is an acquittal from Mr. On Guard. And this card. Shelley the Killer. Oh, excuse me. Maya, the only way I can save you now is to find all the answers to this case tonight. I don't understand what your real intentions are, Edgeworth. But as you said, all I can do for now is find the truth.
It's past 9 p.m. already, isn't it? I wonder if Mr. Edgeworth has already found Mystic Maya.
These things take time. I'd say probably not. The police are professionals, Parallels. They'll find her, so don't you worry. And if we can win a not very guilty verdict tomorrow, then everything will be okay.
You're right.
I am just gonna have a wee sweet. I'm in the mood. So the real person who killed Mr. Corrida was
That assassin! Mr. Shelley Tequila, right?
and the card Miss Andrews found at the crime scene seems to be proof of that. If that's the case, then a new question comes to mind. Who was the one that hired the killer to begin with? Who is his client?
You mean, who asked for the matter?
That person didn't want to dirty their own hands in blood, but whoever this client is, they're still a killer.
Who could have hired the assassin? Do you think it was Miss Andrews?
I wonder. If she was the client, then why go through the effort to stab the knife into the corpse herself?
But if Miss Andrews wasn't the client, then no, it can't be.
Matt on guard himself. I feel like that's the only right conclusion, is that it's Matt on guard. Because who else would want to kill him? I don't know. By the way, I don't know what it is. I got these Haribo sour sparks, right? And they're vegetarian or vegan, and for some reason, I don't know what it is about Haribo's vegetarian formula in their sweets. It's like so sticky. It's not even chewy, it's just sticky. And I really don't enjoy it. I thought I'd give these a go because they were new and I was like, oh, those sound interesting. But they're like straws, and I'm not a massive lover of straws either because they're sticky, not chewy. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, raiders. Hello, my name is Kirsty. My pronouns are she, her. I'm a Scottish writer who plays story-based games on the PC, PlayStation, and Switch. Today we're playing some Ace Attorney. We're on the second game of the Ace Attorney. Okay, you've rated me when an ad has started again. I can't believe it. It's the second game of the Phoenix Wright trilogy, which is the first trilogy. But yeah, I hope you had a good stream, Katie. I hope you had got some good work done. No worries. No worries. I hope your dinner is good. But yeah, welcome in, Raiders. Hello. If you need to rain run or rain lurk, I totally understand. If you can hear me. I think a lot of you will be in an ad right now. But yeah, we're on Justice for All, and we're on the final trial of Justice for All, so yeah.
If Mr. Unguard really did hire the assassin, then he is not innocent at all.
Oh no, that's me. Then he's not innocent at all. Far from it. He would be guilty of the crime.
But it can't be Mr. Unguard, right? I mean, when we first talked with him.
But that's the thing. That's why I'm thinking it must be him. Because why would the assassin be so desperate for us to get a not guilty verdict for him? Kat, welcome in. How are you? Because surely he would want... yeah, I feel like that's just a bit weird. Mr. On Guard, I'd like to ask you one more question. Did you kill Mr. Juan Carida? Alright, just so we're clear, dude. I didn't kill anyone, and that includes Juan Carida, okay? Didn't see any sight locks at that time. Actually, that reminds me.
Did you remember something, Mr. Nick?
Yeah, something Ms. Andrews said at the trial today. She said something interesting. Finally home. Nice. How are we? I am okay. Panicked because I'm going on holiday soon. So I'm like trying to sort my life out before then. But other than that, I'm good. Kat, have you ever seen it Till the End of the Moon?
So what is this interesting thing?
Oh, that's right. You didn't hear it, did you, Pearls? Juan had bet everything on the Jammin' Ninja this year, and if he lost the Grand Prix, he was going to make sure Matt was going down with him. That's what he thought anyway. It looked like somehow Juan had in his hands a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed. Yeah, I'm going on holiday next week, and on Friday. Doesn't ring a bell. You'd probably like it. It's a Chinese fantasy. It's a xianxia. It's really good. I've been binging it since Saturday.
Mr. Unguard's secret? What is his secret?
I don't know yet. But for now, let's think about it this way. Mr. Carida was going to reveal his secret. That means Mr. On Guard had plenty of motive to have Mr. Carida silenced. Which means we have to meet with Mr. On Guard. There's no way around it. Okay.
Wow, it's really getting late, isn't it, Mr. Nick?
Yeah, it's past 9 PM already. But we still have some things to prepare for tomorrow's trial. There's still the matter of the secret Mr. Carida held about Mr. On Guard. Ms. Andrews' real intentions. These are two things I must know tonight.
But aren't visiting hours over at the detention center?
I'm sure we'll think of something, Pearls, don't you worry. Hey, wait!
What is it, whippersnapper? All I know is nothing that has anything to do with you is ever good. Like just now, I was handed this strange device for who knows what reason. And I was told to use it to search the whole hotel.
That's the bug sweeper, isn't it? One gumshoe made.
I don't know, and frankly, I don't care, but the request came from Edgepoo, so...
Edgeworth?
And he said...
If you feel angry, direct your anger at that unsophisticated lawyer.
So I'm gonna feel free to direct my anger towards you.
Cat, congrats on getting first. Oh, gee, thanks a bundle, Edgeworth. What a pal you are.
This is absolutely top secret, so you better keep it to yourselves. I heard they found a spy camera in one of their presents.
Very interesting.
I'm sure it was, you know. It was to catch poor Juan in the middle of a scandalous meeting. Scandalous? What's that? It means, well, you know, that gossip that's been going around about my dear Juan.
Oh, you mean that thing about Miss Andrews? But I'm sure she must have had some reason for getting close to Mr. Carida.
I'll let you in on another secret, young'un. I know who planted that spy camera. It was that obnoxious, puffy-haired photographer girl. The nerve of some people. Spying on people by herself as if I wouldn't want to see it for myself, too.
Wow, the alien truly admitted her true intentions for a change.
I don't know what you're thinking exactly, but I can bet it's nothing good.
But I didn't say anything.
So, you want to know about Juan and that manager, right? Actually, as I hear it, there was something of a refreshing pair of those two.
Oh?
I tell you, Juan really welcomed that manager with open arms, I heard. That manager? Who are you talking about? You don't know that manager woman Juan had. It's a shame she killed herself, though.
Oh, you're talking about Miss Celeste Impax, Miss Andrew's mentor, right?
Yes, that's the one. That Celeste girl. She was supposed to get married, you know.
Married? Do you mean to Mr. Kurita?
Really, you young kids today don't know anything, do you? That Celeste girl killed herself 3 days after their marriage announcement.
3 days after their marriage announcement? What in the... Oh, that is interesting.
Why would Miss Impax want to kill herself? She was going to get married.
Well, that's back because she was thrown away, you see, by Juan. What?
But they were going to get married, right? They promised each other, right?
They held a grand announcement session, but 3 days later, Juan suddenly canceled their marriage. Is that true? It was in the weekly magazines.
But why? Why did he do that?
That was not in magazines, unfortunately. I see. That night after Juan called off the wedding, that manager, Celeste, killed herself. How terrible.
I wonder what happened between those two.
Interesting. Anyway, yeah, I feel like you'd enjoy it. I started on Saturday night and I'm already up to episode like 22 out of 40. On that night, there must have been at least a few hundred people here. I guess the police are done with their questioning and investigating. Looks like things here in the lobby have finally calmed down. Do I have to investigate in here? Addiction alert. Maybe. It's just one of those things where it's like, it makes you want to watch the next episode really, like, well, I think they leave it on a really good cliffhanger each time. But also, the music is really good.
It doesn't look like Mr. Scruffy Detective is here.
Well, he's out there with the camera asking around at all the electronic stores.
Then I'll make some salad for him for dinner.
Looks like Pearls really appreciates what Gumshoe's doing for us.
Mr. Nick?
Yes?
Where is the lettuce?
I don't think I've ever bought lettuce before.
Oh, I guess I have to give up on making a salad then.
Guess the lack of lettuce is kind of a problem. I love how it's supposed to be like 10 p.m, but the window is like daytime. Not that you can talk, that's so true. Oh, I'm so EP today. Visiting hours ended a few hours ago. Looks like we're not going to get a chance to talk to the strong guard tonight.
But isn't that what we have to ask really important?
Yeah, but I don't think that matters to the guard.
Maybe he did something bad and he's standing there as punishment.
Somehow, I don't think that's it. Can I go to his house? no one is around.
What happened to that person with the stuffed teddy face?
Oh, she must mean that butler with the stitches in his face.
Shoo! Oh, so you are. I guess you're still awake, Kashu. Hee, come on, let's play.
Wonder if that butler, Mr. Doe, is already asleep or not. I love how we're just in this house. Where have I not checked? Criminal affairs? Oh.
It feels so tense in here, doesn't it, Mr. Nick?
Yeah, it does. I wonder if something happened.
You're Mr. Unguard's lawyer, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, we finally found just the person we've been looking for. A real decisive witness.
A decisive witness? You mean for the on-guard case?
We're taking the witness's statement right now. Gotta hand it to Mr. Edgeworth.
What's Edgeworth up to now?
Who is this witness?
I think you know this person quite well, Mr. Lawyer.
Mr. Nick?
Between the kidnapper's demand and now this, I can't see any way to win here.
Oh yeah. Mr. Edgeworth wanted me to tell you something.
He did?
Even though visiting hours are long over at the detention center, he wanted me to grant you special permission, so there you go.
Why is Edgeworth being nice?
What?
I've already called them, so they know. Go on, go talk to your heart's content.
Thank you very much.
This is such good news, Mr. Nick.
Go talk to your heart's content. Sounds like the police are pretty sure they have tomorrow's trial in the bag. I'm sure they must have transferred Miss Andrews here by now, so that means that both Mr. Ungard and Miss Andrews are in the detention center. Now then, whose story do I want to hear? Matt's. Let's go. Dude, it's Mr. Wright. I hope you can get me off the hook tomorrow. I'm counting on you. I hope so too. Edgeworth just dropped a bombshell on me by saying that Juan Carrida was killed by an assassin, and that the assassin's client is this man, Matt on guard. What's wrong? Mr. On guard, there's something I must know with 100% certainty. You seem kind of different. You're totally not like your usual lawyer dude self. About the press conference. You mean the one where Juan was gonna dress up as the Nickel Samurai? Yeah, I heard a little more about it from Miss Andrews. It looked like somehow Juan had in his hands a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed. Could you please fill me in on what this secret is, please? Holy fuck! Jesus! I knew this was coming. Holy fuck! So many!
Mr. Nick, don't tell me.
Cyclops. You said a secret, right? But I don't have any idea what it is. Do you, dude? Jesus. Did you know about Mr. Carrida and Ms. Andrews' relationship? Well, it's all over the tabloids, dude. But I don't know any of the details, if that's what you mean. Look, how many times do I have to tell you? I don't care what Juan did with his life. Ms. Andrews, she had a purpose in mind when she started seeing Mr. Carrida. Her mentor was Mr. Carrida's manager. Ms. Andrews was going to get Miss Celeste Impax's suicide note from him. Celeste. Does that jog any memories? Dude, I suddenly just got totally hungry. You up for a pizza? My treat.
Mr. Nick, what's a pizza? Is it a kind of pea, like green peas?
Let's go eat one later, okay? I got cut off by the pizza dude at the shop. That's too bad. Well, how about we get our minds off this topic and talk about something else, okay? Mr. On guard, are you connected to Miss Impax's suicide in some way? Is it all the secrets he keeps in his hair? Okay, let's see. I want to see what we can do. Oops. Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
Ooh. Right, let's see if I can do it. I have to get more stuff. Now, let's hear what the secret of yours is. What if Mr. Kurita had been successful in his plan? What would he have disclosed? I told you before, dude. I don't even know. I don't know anything about Juan, okay? Look, Mr. Wright, I can keep on saying it until I'm blue in the face, but I totally didn't pay Juan any attention the whole time that night. I mean, come on. I was in the middle of a nap. Don't lie to me. Huh? I know you paid close attention to Mr. Kurita, especially on that night. Oh. Oh. I don't think I have enough evidence yet. Yeah, I think I need the camera. Okay. Can I get... Oh, I can get Adrian to show up. Okay. Oh, it's you. I'm sorry to be visiting at such a late hour, but there are a few questions I absolutely have to ask you tonight. Me? I thought your client was Matt. I'm sure Miss Andrews knows something. She can't be clueless about the secret Mr. Kurita had on Mr. Unguard. I'd like to ask you about Matt Unguard, if you don't mind. Mr. Wright, you still don't know, do you? The real him, I mean. You seem to bear a lot of resentment toward Mr. Unguard. If that's the case, then why did you become his manager? And why would you become intimate with his rival? That has nothing to do with this case. Nothing. Not a single brain cell to knock around. I feel like he's actually lying, and I think he's, like, secretly a big brain. About Miss Celeste impacts. I had finally put her death behind me. And now, thanks to you, it's all come back to the surface. I'm sorry. Yes, I was shocked by her suicide. And it's true that when I heard the rumor that Juan was the one who had hidden her suicide note, I began to draw close to him. I wanted to get her suicide note back and to burn it. You wanted to burn it? But why? I didn't want it to spread just like another piece of gossip. But then, I never held any murderous intent towards Juan. I would never do something so stupid. The suicide note, huh? I wonder what it said. Why did you try to frame Mr. Unguard? That's simple. Because he's the killer, that's why. Isn't it the duty of every good citizen to inform the police? But there had to be another way. The police are excellent at doing their jobs, so they'd figure it out, right? Yeah, sure. Yes, they're so good that they can figure out the real truth behind Celeste's death. Miss Andrews! Well, I know you're not the type of person to do something without a reason. So please, tell me why you did what you did. Revenge. Huh? Did you say something just now? Oh, it's only one. A sight lock, huh? Don't you understand yet? You're not my lawyer. To be honest, you're more like my enemy. But... I'm sure I just heard Miss Andrews say revenge. What, maybe she's a bit cuckoo? Maybe. Okay, let's see what this is. Only one, though. Can you please tell me why you framed Mr. Unguard for the murder? I've already told you countless times. It's because I thought Matt was the killer. No, that's not it. I know you have a personal reason to dislike Mr. Unguard. Miss Andrews, you may think I didn't hear it, but I know you said something earlier. You said revenge. So you were saying I was taking my revenge out on Matt and that's why? What an absurd idea. I don't have anything I want to take revenge for. Miss Andrews, a woman who lives by being dependent on other people. There's something or someone in her past that would make her take revenge. Flay, easy. Celeste. There's only one catalyst that could cause such strong feelings of revenge, and that is Ms. Impact's suicide. What are you trying to say? Celeste was Juan's manager. On top of that, the only one who hit her suicide note was also Juan. What does all this have to do with Matt? You're right, you haven't mentioned him. Yet. But for you to hate Mr. On Guard, it would mean that he must have had some relation to Ms. Impacts and her suicide. Can you explain to me this relation between Celeste and Matt? Can I? I don't think I can yet. Heck. I don't think I have enough evidence yet. I should investigate and gather some more clues before I try again. Damn. Okay. Who the hell's that? Mr. Wright, please, you have to help me. Uh-oh. Mr. Powers.
What happened? Why are you here?
You see, I got roped into this somehow.
What?
And now I'm going to testify at tomorrow's trial. Such decisive witness as Mr. Powers? I was talking with a detective until a little while ago when I was on my way home. When all of a sudden you're under arrest and I was brought back here. Oh. They said my face and whole self in general looked suspicious or something. Well, I guess I can see how they thought you looked suspicious. That's a bit harsh. Not the profiling. I'm just a normal guy on an exercise show for kids. Is that a crime? I'd be stressed out of my GERD. Screw leaving for more evidence. These locks are busted open now. Well, you can't bust them open because I don't have the evidence. So about this testimony you're giving, what are you going to talk about? Oh, I really don't know yet, but it sounds like I saw something pretty important from what they tell me. You saw something important? What was it? Well, the detective told me not to talk about it. You can't tell anyone, and especially not that lawyer, he said.
Who do you think that is that lawyer the detective was talking about?
I'm gonna take a wild guess and say it's me. Yeah, you got it.
Mr. Nick? Miss Sigmaya and myself are your only two allies in this whole world, but it's alright.
Ouch, I don't really have a lot of friends, do I? This is going to do a lot of damage to Matt, you know, because he's got that refreshing like a spring breeze image going. What is he really like? Well, let's see, Matt's always been kind of a player with women. He would never really turn a pretty face away, if you know what I mean. He'd always say it's just a game to justify himself.
What? How horrible! That's unforgivable!
Ow, sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. But, you know, he once said that there's only one person in the world who won't swoon over me. One person who wouldn't swoon over him? His manager, you know? Ms. Adrian Andrews. Why did Mr. Powers suddenly looking kind of energetic? What's going on? Ah, I see, I'm actually a sucker for gossip. I mean, celebrities in their world have this dazzling sort of image, right? A dazzling sort of image, but aren't you a part of that dazzle, Mr. Powers? No, I'm more of a hairy, sweaty, smelly, brutish kind of guy, you see. But it's okay, really. I get to hear plenty of gossip about a lot of the other stars around me as things happen. Well, that's true. Oh, hey, so did you hear about this yet? About Miss Andrews' mentor and her suicide? You mean Miss Impax?
We heard something about how her wedding was cancelled.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I thought about it a little the other day about that mysterious death. Hey, Mr. Wright, why don't you ask me about that? Go on, go ahead. Mr. Powers is so charged up his skin is practically going with electricity. He's more of an old lady than the old lady. Does love a bit of gossip. I'm just gonna grab an antacid. Hang on. Hello, I'm back. What's everyone's favorite antacids? Mine are Rennie Orange. I'm running low. I need to order some more somewhere. I used to really like Tums, but they stopped selling Tums in the UK, which is frankly offensive. Oh wait, Amazon have them. Do they sell them again? Are they prescribed? No, it's just once you buy over the counter. No, I think Tums just stopped selling in the UK, like as a company. But they seem to have them on Amazon, so I'm a bit confused. Maybe they're imported? Yeah, I hate the mint ones. I like the ones that taste fruity. Oh wow. Maybe I'll just buy Tums on Amazon. Because yeah, my favorite are Rennie Orange flavor, but a lot of shops don't stock them. And all they stock is mint ones, and I hate the mint ones. And I need some for my holiday. No, there's no restriction, but I don't think they're probably not the exact same as the ones in America because like we like have like different things that are allowed here. I just ordered them. Anyway, me begging for non-mint toothpaste and God be like, alright, you want baby watermelon? Oh no. Or the other one with toothpaste is bubblegum flavor. They love doing bubblegum flavor toothpaste and that is just hoaching to me. Just disgusting. I really don't like bubblegum flavor. I like bubblegum itself, But I don't like the bubblegum flavor. It's so, ugh, to me. Hey, so have you heard this? Celeste left a suicide note. And they say that Juan went and hid it. We heard about that in court today. But there wasn't any actual proof that she'd left a note. Well, this is what I think. I think that something bad was written on that note. Something bad for Juan, that is.
Something bad for Mr. Corita? Why do you figure so?
Why'd you figure so? Well, before she died, Celeste talked with a few of her friends. And she said, it looks like I got caught up with a truly insidious man. Truly insidious man? Did she mean Mr. Corita by that? Well, there's no one else that fits the bill, right? And that would be a reason enough for him to hide the suicide note. I see. Well, that's some good info. Thank you. You're welcome. Mr. Ungard and Miss Matthews are both at the detention center right now. There are still things I don't understand or know about, I'm sure. I have to get the two of them to tell me everything. I would not be picking up the phone if this were my ringtone.
Mr. Nick, your phone!
Hey, that's the Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it? I don't like the sound of this ringtone right now. It sounds kind of ominous. Yeah, I know. Hello? We're in trouble now, pal! I'll be back at the office real soon. What's wrong? Something really unexpected just happened! Mr. Edgeworth, Edgeworth? Anyway, hurry up and get back to the office, pal! I don't know what's going on anymore. It's no good. The end. Hello? He got cut off.
What's going on, Mr. Nick?
Gumshoe said we need to go back to the office right away.
Then we should hurry back.
I'm scared to go back.
What are you talking about, Mr. Nick? Pull yourself together.
Oh. Maybe it'll be good news. Somehow I doubt that. I love that Phoenix is scared. That's so me. What took you so long, pal? Mr. Edgeworth couldn't stick around forever and had to go. Well, what happened? We got him. We know who bought that spy camera.
Eh?
This quickly? And this bear is what gave him away, pal. The bear. I figured it out, pal. I figured out that we should have been looking into the bear instead of the camera.
But wasn't it Mr. Edgeworth that figured?
Shh, Pearls. And go on. There's only one person who bought one of those bears who's related to this crime.
Who is it? Who would be so rude as to try to spy on another person in the room?
Man on guard!
Huh?
Man on guard, your client, that's who, pal. And here I thought things couldn't get any worse. Brother. Are you sure you heard right that the person who bought this bear was... I heard it from the department store clerk, pal. This is the credit card receipt for the purchase. It's for $3,800, pal. That's an exact match to the price of that stuffed bear. A receipt? That's all you have? Nah, it's not just a receipt, pal. The store clerk said so himself. He told me, I'm sure I sold the bear to Mr. On Guard. I mean, the clerk even got Mr. On Guard's autograph out of it, pal. So I'm sure the person that brought the stuffed bear was Mr. On Guard himself. My sight is failing me. This can't be. Oh. So what about the spy camera we found? That was a dead end, pal. I mean, you can get this kind of thing from anywhere. But for now, I guess I can get these back to you for you to file away into evidence. I know you don't want to give up, pal. I never thought. I didn't think it was possible. First to put the spy camera in Juan Corrida's room was Matt on guard.
Why would Mr. On Guard do something like this?
I bet it was to catch Miss Andrews and Mr. Corrida in one of their rendezvous. I bet it's not good enough for me. I have to know the absolute truth behind this camera. Are you gonna go see him, Mr. On Guard, I mean? Yes.
I'm scared, Mr. Nick. I wonder what we'll find out next.
I'm scared myself, but I have to put on a good face for Pearls. Matt on guard, what in the world have you done? We've got a creepy side, or at least a really tacky taste in bears. Both. Oh. You're working really late, you know. It's already past 10 p.m., dude. I think it's time you told me the truth. Relax. Don't you know that ignorance is bliss? But if you really want to know, let's talk. Oh. Is it the camera or the bear? I guess let's go camera. Oh, slay. Okay. Someone used this camera to secretly film Mr. Karida's room the night of the murder. Secretly film? What? And then send the images the camera took with his transmitter. Wow, but dude, where was this camera you're talking about hidden? The spy camera was hidden in this bear's eye. A bear that was supposed to be a present from a fan. Huh. I guess Juan had a few of those kinds of fans too, huh, dude? Actually, I wouldn't say this bear was a present from a fan. Emmy, welcome in. The bear looked like a gopher. It does look a bit like a gopher, you're right. We do have to spell ABC out for this guy, yeah. But I think it's because he's playing dumb. Huh, you sure did? Who else could it be from? The person who gave this bear to Mr. Karita was... You. Yo! Mr. On Guard, don't you know this bear from somewhere? I don't think I've ever met Mr. Bear before, dude. Oh, but he says he knows you. How could you forget? Such a great friend. What else did the bear tell you? He says he wanted to put the camera in his eye with you, Mr. On Guard. If I didn't know how to work in court, I think I was in some serious trouble. Come on, this is all a joke, right, dude? You're just pulling my leg. Looks like you're not ready to give up your secret yet. Well, do you have any proof you want to show me first? Here's proof that it was you who put the camera inside the bear. I have here one credit card receipt, Mr. On Guard. It's from when you bought that stuffed bear. Dude, all you can tell from this is that I spent $3,800. I go to the department store all the time, okay? This is $3,800. This could be like the toothbrush I bought that one time. A $3,800 toothbrush. It's ivory and it's got elephant hair for bristles. Ooh, elephant hair? Is that what rich people use nowadays? Anyway, the store clerk clearly remembers you and your purchase. After all, you even gave him an autograph, did you not? Dude, you should have said that earlier. So can I ask you one thing? Yes? You're my lawyer, right, dude? So, if you are, then why are you looking into stuff like that? Because if I do not know the truth, I can't help you. Sounds more like stupid lawyer talk to me. Hey, let's stop talking about this, okay? No, not yet. I haven't asked why you set the camera up yet. And what your secret is. Of course, it would be strictly confidential. So, what are you gonna do now? I'm gonna find out what I want to know, because I must. The reason you hid this camera in Mr. Karida's room and filmed it in secret is... the gossip? Yes! Adrian Andrews. There's a rumor going around that Ms. Andrews and Mr. Karida were having secret meetings. You, who was keeping tabs on Mr. Karida. You were going to reveal this as fact and turn it into a scandal, isn't that right?
Dude, you can be such a moron. Huh? Oh man, Mr. Lawyer, dude, that kind of scandal, that's the good stuff. That's what we in the industry call juicy. The good stuff? Juicy? Look, we can get publicity without spending a penny with that kind of stuff. I mean, if people stop paying attention to us, then it'd be the end, dude. Too bad that wasn't your intention. What are you talking about? I wish your reason for spying wasn't something so innocent, but it wasn't. You didn't spy Mr. Creedy because of Ms. Andrews. Then there's only one reason I can think of for you to do such a thing. The real reason you set up that camera in Mr. Creedy's room was... Oh god. 3 pieces of evidence for 1 lock? Yeah. It's tough. It's tough out here. Is it this? He's trying to film the killing, right? What is this card? Maybe he doesn't know about this card. This is a certain man's calling card. The man's name is Shelley the Killer, and I'm sure you know of him, don't you? Shelley the Killer? That's ridiculous. Why would I know some shady scumbag like him? If you really don't know him, then why are you acting so jumpy all of a sudden? This is it. I'm finally starting to get to the truth. I can't afford to make any more mistakes now. Mr. Matt on guard. Holy fuck. Look at how much help this is gonna take me. I know why you know Mr. the Killer. It's because you're his client. Since you're the one who set up that camera, that means you knew exactly what was going to happen in that room. Is he into snuff films? So how would you know something like that? It's because you're his client, that's why. You hired Shelley the Killer to assassinate Mr. Juan Corrida. The real mastermind behind this whole murder is you, Matt on guard. And here I was, trying to be a good boy for you, dude. I thought if you didn't know, you'd be able to do your job without feeling bad. Well, that's what I thought, anyway. Mr. On guard, you really did hire... Hold on a sec, I'm gonna consult myself, okay? What? He's gonna consult himself? Consult myself? Well, I guess it's probably about time anyway. About time for what? I think it's time for you to meet him now, Mr. Lawyer dude. Whoa! How do you do, Mr. Lawyer? I'm Matt on guard. Whoa! Okay, we'll get into this once I need to go for a bathroom break. But I will BRB. Listen, we'll run an ad. You can do some checks in the meantime. Oh, this music. Whoa! 93% cursed and 88% blessed. Love that. Hello, I'm back. Maybe people in 2002 were shook, like, oh my god, we didn't get a good one. How do lawyers do it? Maybe. Out here sipping chocolate milk out of wine glasses. I know, where's he summoned that from? Like he says, Mat en garde sounds similar to mettre en garde in French, means to warn. Oh. I wouldn't have picked that up. I mean, I wouldn't have. I didn't pick that up. But then I don't know the mettre en garde. Well done, Mr. Wright. I bet it wasn't easy to gather as much information as you have. You really... So you are Shelley de Killer's client? You didn't really think I would dirty my own hands in this, did you?
What do you mean?
I don't think a child should be here. And that woman, Adrian, was quite brave herself. Trying to stick the crime on me, I didn't think she had it in her. But all I care about is that Juan is dead. Isn't that right, Mr. Lawyer?
You're lying! What the terrible!
It's way past your bedtime, little girl. Go on, and let us grown-ups talk about more adult things.
But why? Why did you hide the video camera?
A weakling soon believes the words of others, just like that pathetic Adrian. He knew about Miss Andrews' secret. But I'm no weakling. I don't believe anyone, least of all assassins. What? Oh, come on now, Mr. Wright. Assassins aren't about blackmail. They turn their clients into cash cows by holding the sinful deeds over their heads. And a superstar like me, how much do you think I'm worth? Care to guess?
And that's why?
Yes, that's where the video comes in. It's got his face and the crimes he recorded on it, preserved for all time. With that, I can keep him at bay and even blackmail him if I want. That's right, that video is my insurance. Isn't that what they call it, Mr. Wright?
Why would you do something so wrong?
Because I'm a grown-up and I can. Good enough of an answer for you, little girl? I know, I forgot she was here also.
Why would you kill Mr. Koida?
why is Phoenix just, like, allowing this child to do this? Because he was about to sling so much dung into my beautiful public image. Scandals are a little annoying, aren't they? This is all because of that press conference, isn't it?
If Mr. Koida had been able to give it, then Mr. Ongad's secret would have...
Well, that's what we call taking advantage of the situation, you know? I had no interest in doing it, really, but bit by bit, it crept up on me. And then the situation just presented itself perfectly.
And that's how Mr. Koida ended up dead?
Let me tell you something. I'm not like Adrian. I don't depend on anyone. People are simply things to be used and thrown away. Put on a sweet, innocent face and people will swallow up anything you feed them. Adrian fell for it, the assassin too. Oh, and how can I forget? Even you fell for it, Mr. Lawyer. Everyone, all working their butts off for me. Mat en garde. This is such a classic early 2000s thing, and also like a thing that Disney does. Give the villain a scar. Because scars equal evil. They don't, but okay. Did that leave you speechless? What a shame. What's wrong, Mr. Lawyer? You've gone awfully quiet. How could I have been deceived by you all this time? When we first met, I asked if you had killed Juan Carida, and you answered very clearly you hadn't killed anyone. Hey now, I never told you any lies. The person who did the killing was that de Killer guy, right? All I'm guilty of is taking a catnap in my room. You killed Mr. Carida. Ha ha ha. I dare you to say that in court tomorrow. But too bad, you can't. You're my lawyer after all, aren't you? You can always drop my case and refuse to represent me. How does that sound? But you can't, can you? That would be the one thing you absolutely can't do. Mystic Maya! You wouldn't want to test the killer. He's a man of his word, or so I hear. You could end up getting a certain friend of yours rubbed out if you lose. You scoundrel. So if I were you, Mr. Wright Esquire, I think I would give it my all tomorrow. Remember, everyone likes a happy win-win resolution. I'll get you for this. That's such a cliche phrase. Juan said something like that if memory serves. Of course, well, we all know how well things turned out for him, didn't we? Good night, Mr. Lawyer.
Maya, what am I supposed to do?
What a way for life lessons for Pearly. I know. That's true, her mum was the same. To this day, I don't know how it happened. My personal theory is clawing from some women he probably assaulted. Maybe. And now, I'm betting this is Edgeworth. Now you find... Hang on. Now you find... No. Lovely. Chardonnay. Now you finally found it. There we go. The starting line of this case. Edgeworth. I don't care for the horrid atmosphere here. Let's return to the precinct. Well, Wright, what are you going to do? If you plan on changing your strategy...
No! We can't do that.
That's right. He's holding my hostage. What should I do? That's not something I can answer for you.
Mr. Edgeworth?
Right. Only you can decide where to go from here. 1 year ago, at that time, I didn't really truly understand what a prosecutor was. And that is why I had to leave the prosecutor's office. I felt that I couldn't stand in court of law until I knew what a prosecutor really was. And now, right, it's your turn. My turn? What is this thing called a lawyer? What can you do as one? You must find the answer, and you must find it on your own. Horrid is an understatement. Incredible. The shit he was used to is enough for them to finally fix their issue. I don't know about that. I don't know if we'll be fixing our issues today. I'm a liar, but to fight for someone who is clearly a killer? Matt on guard, that man is really, doesn't matter who, every person deserves a proper defence and a fair trial. Isn't that the basis of a judicial system? Proper defence, but what exactly is that? Is it where a liar forcibly and blindly gets an acquittal through shouting and trickery? Ironic that you of all people should say such a thing. Isn't that exactly how you fought for your clients up until now? Well, that may be true, but that's because I believe my clients to be innocent from the bottom of my heart. But if I were to get on guard and acquittal, that isn't a proper defence at all. I became a liar because I thought I could save people who were suffering and in pain. But when I look at this mess we're in, I can't even protect the person closest to me. Even if I win the case, I still lose in the end. I just don't know what to do. Right, would you get a hold of yourself? You have it all wrong. Huh? We aren't some sort of heroes. We're only human, you and I. You want to save someone? That's something easier said than done, wouldn't you say? You are a defence attorney. You can't run away from that. You can only fight. That's all you can do. God, we're having a fucking breakdown right now. People like you and Franziska von Karma are always using all you have to pin me down. You fight to the very end, even when you know the truth is not with you. But I'm not like you. I can't fight for a false verdict for a man I clearly know to be guilty. Franziska, she fights for herself. The only thing she fights for is a perfect win record. That's all. And, isn't that the same as you? Isn't that why you ran away a year ago? Because your precious win record was destroyed? You were so petty. Phoenix, that is so mean. He definitely didn't. He literally probably ran away because he realised everything he thought about the world was wrong. And he had to have a little bit of a breakdown. And now he's come back. He's not like that. Because he's literally been helping you, Phoenix. Shut the fuck up. I see. Now I understand why you despise me so. However, you're mistaken. What do you... Thanks to you, when you sealed off my path to a perfect win record, I began to realise the error of my ways. I realised that things such as a perfect record were meaningless.
What?
I don't believe you. Are you saying that is why you left the prosecutor's office? But then, why are you here now? The answer to that is something you will find out on your own. I have faith you'll see it before the verdict is read tomorrow. But if you can't, then you'll be powerless to change the ending of this story. Whoa. Okay.
Mr. Nick, the transceiver.
I'm sorry for what happened earlier. Now then, Mr. Attorney, do you wager you can obtain an acquittal tomorrow? My. What is the matter, Mr. Attorney? I don't send you usual anger this time. Tell me, please, why are you holding Maya hostage for Mr. Unguard's sake? Why are you doing this for that cold-blooded killer? Right. Please don't misunderstand things. He's my client. Don't tie with me. A man who hires an assassin is just as much of a killer as himself. I believe you'll ask me for a reason as to why I'm doing what I am. Yeah. This is what I like to call my aftercare. Aftercare! What the heck is aftercare? Well, Phoenix, I'm sure Edgeworth can show you later. My name carries a certain amount of honor and dignity, Mr. Attorney. I take great care to ensure that no suspicion falls upon my clients for my handiwork. That is what's called client relations and is a part of an assassin's duty. An assassin's duty? We were unlucky this time and my client was arrested as a suspect. As a result, I did what I had to do to enlist your expert help, Mr. Attorney. And to ensure that you would do everything in your power to the very end. What is your name? I believe I told you once before, however. You did, but my name is DeKiller. Shelley DeKiller. You're Shelley DeKiller. Please keep in mind you do not have much space to maneuver with me. As a DeKiller, I always finish what I set out to do. If you fail to keep up your end of bargain, Maya, it would be my duty as an assassin to see to it that she receives a nice long nap. Ah, no! Now then, if you'll excuse me, if someone were to trace this signal back to me, it would be quite troublesome. I don't know what to say. Edgeworth, Did you hear that at the end of the transmission? Huh? Oh, that sounded like a cat. A cat? It can't be that cat, can it?
What is it?
I think I know where Shelley DeKiller is holding Maya hostage. Edgeworth, have all the police units head for On Guard Mansion immediately. Alright, you hurry over as well then. Don't lose hope yet, Pearls. The fight has only just begun. Yeah! Could have just said closing relations. I know. Miles essentially taking a whole game and a half to existentially work out what he's fighting for is so satisfying. Suddenly turned on us like, oh no, we have the drama. Yeah. I feel like it's interesting that it took them this long to kind of come to this kind of thing. But he also kind of fell into this career, so... I'm yelling, please answer us, Mystic Maya! We have the area completely surrounded. There's no way for him to escape, assuming he's still in the area. I can't believe it. That butler, all this time, he was the killer. He and On Guard were working together all this time. I'm sure they worked out a contingency plan ahead of time. What? Am I not hovering over it right?
Oh, I wasn't hovering on it.
Oh, it's a figurine of a bear. But a lot of cuts in it for some reason.
A bear? Isn't that more of a thing for Mr. Kurita? Why would something like this be here? Right, look down. There's a little pet door installed here.
Ah, I'm sure that's for sure.
Do you think that this came through that little door? Oh, this door. It's locked. Well, I'm pretty used to breaking doors down by now. Let's go, Edgeworth. Ah, there's no one here. From the looks of this room, I would say this is on God's private lounge. Look at this, right? An antennae for sending and receiving radio signals, and a VCR. Check inside the deck. If there's a tape, it would be an important piece of evidence. If we're lucky, it'll have the moment the crime was committed recorded on it. I'm sorry, but the tape deck is empty. There's no tape to be found.
No.
But there's no mistake that someone used this to record something. Looks like someone took a tape we're looking for and escaped with it. We've searched all over, but it looks like he got away. No! I'm sorry. Looks like he slipped out of our grasp this time. And now we've lost our only lead. Don't give up yet. That little girl is looking for you to be your pillar. Yeah, you're right. We're close, I can tell. We've already set up checkpoints for every route leading out of this district. Leave the rest to us. This looks like a picture of Miss Impax. With love, Celeste.
Miss Impax?
You mean... Yes, Mr. Kurita's former manager.
Why would a picture of Miss Impax be here in Mr. Onguard's mansion?
And why does it say with love? This might be a clue. I feel like my brain cells are electrified. This is too... I know, it was so intense. Ah! What's wrong, Pearls?
Please let me see that picture.
Huh? What's so special about the frame?
On the back! There's something missing on the back of the frame. Maya. It's missing Maya! She left us a message!
What?
I thought you'd come. I knew you would. Now listen up. You'd better get Onguard as a guilty sentence, okay? If you get a creepy slime back and not guilty, I'll never forgive you, ever. I'm fine, so you don't need to worry. There's so much I want to write, but I don't think I have a lot of time left. Barley, you're there too, right? Make sure you have Nick, okay? Someone's gotta watch out for the helpless lunk. That's it for now, Nick. I guess I'll talk to you guys later. No! Missing Maya!
Right. What's wrong? Why the bank stare? Oh, nothing. We've searched the house, and this is the last room. It looks like he eluded us. Edgeworth? Yes? As far as clues go, I think this is about all I'm gonna get. But I'm still short one last thing. And what is that? Ms. Andrews' sight clock. If I could just find out what secret she's holding, then I think I'd stand a chance in court tomorrow. To blow this case wide open and expose the truth. I think I know what you're thinking. I'll contact the detention centre. Thanks, Edgeworth. Well, let's go, Pearls. It's time to open that last lock. I can't believe Phoenix was so rude to Edgeworth a couple minutes ago. Being like, you only do this for the win. And Edgeworth is literally giving him hints and clues. This whole case, he's been helping Phoenix. Like, shut up, Phoenix, you idiot man. He's literally on your side. Like, he literally just wants to help. Ugh. Maya is so brave. She knows we're in an awful position and she's comforting us. I know. Good evening, Mr. Wright. What's wrong? You look ill. Miss Andrews, I have come to remove your psych lock. She's like, what the fuck? What's a psych lock? Psych lock? I want to know, and you will tell me your secret. Fine, go ahead, try and break me if you can. This music is so Chrono Trigger. Right, we've already done this bit, so I'm just gonna skip it. Wait, what did I say for this? Oh, right, okay. I can believe the guy has his brain currently cooking in cortisol and spent his life trying to track down the friend who had so much shady shit going on nobody trusted him. Nick was the one on his side and then Miles left. Betrayed feels appropriate. I don't know. I don't know if it'd say betrayed. Because I don't think they were, like they weren't that close, really. Like, their relationship was always a bit, like, It's just funny to me because he thought that Edgeworth had died. And it's like, that's a bit far. I've read this bit. Let me just get through it. Here we go. This is a photo of Ms. Impax, correct? She looks younger than when she passed away, though. With love, Celeste. This is Ms. Impax's handwriting, right, isn't it? Where did you find this? No, that's alright. It was a rhetorical question. Yeah, it is. I found this at Mr. Onguard's mansion. And after all this time, my last remaining secret has been revealed. He's wildly out of line. I guess he knows what accusation hurts Miles the most since he's still projecting his own feelings of being twisted into performing acts of injustice. Yeah. Yeah. It probably is that, yeah. Because it's like... He's probably sitting there thinking, well, if this is how Edgeworth feels every day, you know, like, because Edgeworth sometimes tries to put away people who are guilty. But I don't, like, that's old Edgeworth. I also, like, I don't think Edgeworth, like, I think Franziska puts away people that she knows are innocent because she just wants to win. Edgeworth, I think, probably felt guilt, and I think there would be times where he wouldn't want, like, I think most of the people he put away he did truly believe were guilty. But I think he probably feels guilt as well that maybe he did put people away that weren't guilty. Whereas I think Franziska just doesn't care. She only cares about the win. And that's like the difference between them. And I think Phoenix is probably being like, well, you do the same thing as what I'm potentially going to have to do. And it's like, yeah, but he feels guilt about it. Celeste, she was supposed to get married to Juan. Yes, but I heard that it didn't work out.
Because Mr. Koida didn't want to get married to her anymore, right?
Yes, because of Matt.
Because of Mr. Ungard? What do you mean?
I think I can see where this is going. Celeste, she was Matt's manager a long time ago. She was the happiest woman in the world at the time.
I was working part-time back then and I often saw the two of them together. So that's why. With love, Celeste is written on the frame of that picture. They were a couple, weren't
They were a couple, weren't they?
It wasn't anything as splendid as that. Celeste was being used, toyed with until she was thrown away.
That's so horrible!
Matt's entire image is built around how nice and wonderful of a man he is. A scandal would have destroyed that. Which is why Celeste, in her kindness, moved over to Worldwide Studios, and that is where she met Juan. She seemed really happy with him, even happier than when she was with Matt. Celeste and Juan were such a good match that they were even planning to get married. And then, it was suddenly called off. On the night Juan called their marriage off, Celeste, she killed herself. And that's why I framed Matt. It was revenge for Celeste and for myself. Golden Child versus Scapegoat Child is a bitch of a living situation. And Francie thought her papa was the— I know. I'm sure even you can guess why Juan called the wedding off, right? Matt confessed to Juan about his relationship with Celeste. I see, so that's what happened.
But then why did Mr. Koida have to call off the wedding? I don't understand it all.
It was probably because of his worthless male pride. Juan and Matt were always fierce rivals. Matt waited for the wedding announcement and then unleashed the truth on Juan. He was aiming for when it would hurt Juan the most.
Police impacts!
That wasn't the end of it. That day, I'm almost certain that Celeste left a suicide note behind. And in that note, she left a detailed account of Matt's various misdeeds. And so that she would never again be hurt by Matt, she chose to die. Then, when Juan discovered her body, he hid her note.
But why would he do that?
It's simple. Juan realized that note was a powerful weapon against Matt, and it would be especially damaging to his refreshing like a spring breeze image. In any case, with his pride hurt, Juan sought revenge. Revenge? There's that word again. Juan wanted to publicly disclose the contents of that suicide note. At a time that would cause Matt the most damage, of course. And that was at the press conference after the stage show. I know all about it because I heard it all from Juan. It was so I could find out about all of this that I drew close to Juan to begin with. They're quite a pair of hideous monsters, aren't they? Even Celeste's death was something for them to use in their game. That night when I found Juan's body, it was only natural that I thought the murderer was Matt. Those two were always spying on one another after all. As for me, I was frantically searching for Celeste's suicide note. I wanted to destroy it before it ever went public. I was gonna burn it. I had even bought a lighter. But I couldn't find the suicide note, and that's when a revenge crossed my mind. Yes, I was going to bring them to my own kind of cruel revenge. Simple fact, Juan kept toying with women's lives, including a goddamn note just to get one up. We have a despicable client, but I bet defending Juan would have been just as dirty. Yeah, they're both just evil men. Celeste was killed by those two monsters, so when I stabbed Juan's body with that knife, I didn't feel a single shred of guilt. And that's all I have to say. Well, Mr. Wright, even knowing all this, are you still going to help that man? I'm a liar. I see. What a foul profession. Thank you very much for your time and for talking with me. It was no big deal. I couldn't sleep anyway. I can't sleep either. Not with Maya's situation. Or with what I know now. Oh my god! We finished the investigation! Oh my god, what's gonna happen in court? Oh. Okay, Dracula. Ugh. How did I get into this mess? That's far enough. You can't run forever. Mr. Phoenix, Wright. Oh. What in the fuck is going on? What have I done wrong? I cannot allow you to go on like this. But I'm just a simple defense attorney. Silence! You are no longer worthy of your title! Jesus. I've had this dream before, someplace, some time ago. As if this day was written into my destiny. Today I'll stand in court as a lawyer. To prove a killer innocent. Hello, this is Phoenix, Wright. You don't look so well, dude. You're gonna prove me not guilty today, right? Where does that glass come from? If you please, Mr. Lawyer. Remember, it's not just me. Your precious friend's life is riding on today's verdict, too. It's the way he goes. And suddenly magics a glass in his hand.
Now listen up, you'd better get on guard a guilty sentence, okay? If you get that creepy slimebagger not guilty, I'll never forgive you, ever.
Maya. Oh, who's calling me Phoenix? Oh, fucking hell. Jesus. 8-year-old with boobs jump scare. Mia. Maya, how's Maya?
I don't know.
You don't know?
She hasn't tried to channel me since yesterday.
Mia, what am I supposed to do?
Well, like I said, for a lawyer, the worst of times are when you have to force your biggest smiles.
But
you can't give up. There's still some hope left.
Stop it, please. There's nothing left. Not here, not anywhere. Oh, is that cursed on guard again? Will you leave me alone? Look, don't call me anymore. I mean it. You're really mean, pal. Ah, Gumshoe. I'm really, really sorry. Where are you? They let me join the investigation team and we're chasing after the killer, pal. Then you have some sort of lead? Sorry, but right now we got 0 leads on the guy. But we're not gonna give up. Gumshoe. Until the trial is over, until the verdict is handed down, we're gonna do everything we can and find the killer. If we can get Maya out, then you can get on guard the guilty verdict he deserves, pal. That's true. I could do that if they find Maya first. You got that? So you have to do whatever you can to make the trial last longer. I had to make the trial last longer. If you go at Mr. Edgeworth with everything you got, then you two can draw it out. Oh, now I get it. I believe in you, pal. You and Mr. Edgeworth can do it. So, believe in us. We're gonna give it all we got, just like you. Got it. Thanks, Gumshoe.
Hey, Phoenix. You understand now, don't you? You have something money will never be able to buy.
Did she just say friendship? I skipped it by accident.
It's the strongest weapon in the world and you have it in abundance.
Yeah. Wait, let me see on my other monitor. I'm monitoring my stream on my other monitor. Let's see if it said friendship. Hang on. It did say friendship. This is why Justice for All has only 4 cases. We got a real big one on the line.
The first game's final case though was pretty freaking long though. Not the DLC case, although that was kind of long too, but the one with Edgeworth was pretty long. I have to make the trial last as long as I can. Gumshoe will come through, I know it. Aren't they all like... Oh. So game 3 has 5 cases. That's so interesting. It's interesting that this one's smaller. But I suppose the first one was 4 as well. Until they added the DLC, so... Okay, here we go. I'm nervous. Court is now in session for the trial of Matt on Guard. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Fucking sharp. Now, as I recall, we concluded yesterday's session with a big mystery on our hands. The mystery being what exactly was Adrian Andrews' role in this murder. That is to say, is she really connected to the crime itself? Mr. Edgeworth, if you would please inform the court of today's proceedings. Adrian Andrews. She forged evidence that threw suspicion onto Mr. On Guard, and then proceeded to escape the crime scene by wearing a nickel samurai costume. The guilt of these actions are those from which she cannot escape. They're not. You're saying that she's guilty after all? I'm not finished, Your Honour. Ms. Andrews has nothing to do with committing the actual murder. I would like to direct the court's attention to this card. What is that? It looks like a shell. This is the calling card of a certain assassin. Assassin, you say? Yes. Juan Carrida was killed by a professional assassin. And the person who hired that assassin, his client, so to speak, is Matt On Guard. What a surprising turn of events. I would think it's become commonplace by now, Your Honour. I know what's going on this time. So I know that everything Edgeworth has said is true. But we still have to hold out as long as we can. At least until Maya's safe and sound. I wonder how the trial will turn out today. Quickmouths, can we publicly hold our divorce during this trial? Can I need the runtime? Not our divorce! No, 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 no. Now then, please call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls the defendant's mentor, Mr. Will Powers, to the stand. Now then, witness, your name and occupation, please. Okay. I'm Will Powers. I'm a poor underpaid action star. And what is your relation to the defendant? He could have just said action star, but no, he said, I'm poor and I'm an action star. Well, I guess I'm sort of a lousy manner to him in a way, yeah. Mr. Powers, please, you don't need to put yourself down so much. Oh, well, sorry. Well, but I'm just kind of a nothing sort of guy. On the night of the murder, you visited the defendant's room. Is this correct? Yes. I didn't know that. But you know,
I didn't actually get to see Matt when I went. All you need to do is answer what you asked. Now then, I would like you to testify about when you went to Mr. On Guard's room. Okay, sure. Do you think salmonella pays royalty? Jesus. After the award ceremony, I went by myself to Matt's room. Matt was standing there in front of his room, still in his nickel samurai costume. He was talking with someone. At first, I thought it was the bellboy. I watched the two of them for a while, but then I gave up and went back. That was not a bellboy. That was the killer. I guess with me that night, and I couldn't make them wait for me. Yeah, that was us. Nothing sounds out of place, Mr. Power's testimony. Talking with the bellboy is no big deal. If one assumes that the person Mr. On Guard was speaking with is an ordinary bellboy, what are you implying? Well, Mr. Wright, let's have your cross-examination, shall we? Looks like we're in another sticky situation. Huh? A trap, can't you smell it, Phoenix? But for us to find out more, we're going to have to charge in head first, right? Why are we still acting like Edgeworth is bad? If Edgeworth, like, literally, we can just draw out the trial. Edgeworth will go along with it because he doesn't want Maya to die. The defendant's room, why did you go there? Well, I'm his mentor, like a big brother sort of, and I wanted to say congrats. What's wrong? Why did you stop? Mr. Wright. What is it? You're gonna try to trick me into a corner, aren't you? Huh? I know I'm just a poor underpaid action star, but I'm not the killer. No one said you were, Mr. Powers. No, please don't trick me. Every time you do your lawyer thing, the witness suddenly turns into the bad guy. Every time? Witness? I will personally talk to the defense at a later time. So for now, please kindly cooperate and continue with your testimony. Sorry. So, you went to the defendant's room and then... Hey, wait a minute. When and how did I suddenly turn into the bad guy here? Do we trust the game of ball Miles wants to play? His tactics might go somewhere stupid. That's true. He does do strange things.
_ just subscribed with Prime for 41 months. At on my cursedy _ stream.
James, welcome in. Thank you for the 41 months. I appreciate it. How are you? Why is that? That's so weird. It's like showing us like red. Oh, my chat box broke. It's like highlighted in red on my end. How weird. But not on my like Twitch app, but just in my OBS. How are you, James?
Oh, it's like a media explosion in my mouth.
You missed Phoenix having a mental breakdown about being a lawyer to killers. Are you sure that was Matt on guard? And also the chase down of trying to find Maya. It's been dramatic. Yeah, I'm sure. He wasn't wearing the nickel samurai mask then. If that's the case, then he really can't be mistaken. And what was the defendant doing standing in front of his own room? At first, what do you mean by that? Well, he was in a bellboyish uniform and he had a bottle of juice on a tray. Sounds like an ordinary bellboy to me. Yeah, but I don't think he was a normal bellboy. And why was that?
Why did I think that, Mr. Wright? How am I supposed to know? Sorry, but I can't remember right now. Sorry. I guess I'm gonna have to wait patiently on this one. JFA is literally just Phoenix being very dramatic. That's true. First he's like, Edgeworth is dead! And now he's like, Edgeworth is alive! And he's helping me! And lawyers have to defend evil people sometimes? What? What? And then he was also really mean to Edgeworth. Like, so unnecessarily mean to him. He's a pretty boy snake who tried to... What do you mean, Matt? Smooch a tiger or something? Definitely wants to be... Oh, shit. Oh my god. I just dropped my controller and then a can of iron brew on myself. Love that for me. Hold on a sec. Oh my god. Help. BRB. Okay, we're all good. Not that Iron Brute, yeah. Yeah. I didn't even know what happened there. It just fell out of my hands. Where was I? Okay, there we go. I just have a wet t-shirt now. Well, rugby shirt, not t-shirt. You saw the two of them, the bellboy and the defendant, together, correct? Yeah, the bellboy just wanted to say congrats. Now, while you were watching the two of them, did you notice anything strange? You know, I did feel something weird. I think it was because Matt, well, he gave the bellboy a tip. Even the case with literal clowns and drama llamas is less emotionally... I hated that case so much. A tip? But that's a perfectly normal thing to do. So how long did you watch the two of them? Oh, not more than a minute or two, I think. Okay, I'm just checking the guide because I'm a bit lost here. Apparently I need to press on this after. You have to press on the third statement after the fourth statement. That seems counterintuitive. At first, what do you mean by that? I don't think he was a normal bellboy. And why was that? Why did I think that, Mr. Wright? How am I supposed to... Hey, wait a second. Actually, Mr. Powers, only a few minutes ago you stated... you know, I did feel something weird. I think it was because Matt, well, he gave the bellboy a tip. Could it be that you felt something strange about the tip-giving incident itself? Ah, yes, that's it. You really know your job. Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honour. This bellboy, he wasn't an ordinary one, was he? Perhaps we should let the witness tell us. Very well. Mr. Powers, please amend your testimony. You mean about the bellboy, right? So he gave the bellboy a tip. What's so strange about that? Oh, well, you see, Matt's not a poor penny pincher like me. I was trying to figure out how much it was because the tip really shocked me. How much it was? But that's when something even more surprising happened. The bellboy was putting the tip he got in his pocket, and that's when I got my first good look at the guy's face. I was really shocked. I'm afraid I don't follow at all. Sounds like Mr. Powers was surprised twice by this event. I wonder which of his shocking moments I should ask about. The face, obviously. What was so shocking about the bellboy's face, Mr. Powers? He had stitches up the middle. Well, he wasn't exactly a boy, more like an old gramps. I hope you know that the discrimination towards old men is no-no in my court. No, that's not what I meant at all. In the smack middle of the guy's face, there was a line of stitches. A line of stitches? Yeah, and it went straight from the tippy-top of his head to the bottom of his chin. Almost like if that thread snapped, all of the stuff in his head would come spilling out. Ah. He was there, at On Guard's house. He was the butler! What is it, Mr. Wright? Nothing, Your Honor. So that means On Guard was talking with the killer, then. If that fact were to be exposed, On Guard would be declared guilty in a blink. Phoenix, you have to play dumb here, pretend you don't know anything. Yes, Chief. You're sure you don't have anything you would like to say, Mr. Wright? Huh? What did you say, Your Honor? Nothing, Mr. Wright, nothing. We're just going around and around in circles. Now then, Mr. Powers, please continue with your testimony. Wait, oh my god. I just read the guide. I was supposed to, oh my god, I was supposed to choose the tip. Oh fuck. Because I'm supposed to make it last longer. Oh no, it's okay. Oh, it's okay. Okay, we're all good. We're all good. We're all good. We're all good. I thought I fucked up there. I thought I was gonna move on to the next statement, and I was like, shit, if I made this we're all good. I was so stressed there. The defendant is a huge star. He can afford to give generous tips, wouldn't you agree? Sure. But giving him that much was maybe a little too much, I think. A little too much? Would you please clarify for the court about how much you would say the defendant gave to the bellboy? Honestly, I don't know. I can't even begin to guess. And why is that? Because he gave the bellboy a really, really fat roll of cash. A roll of cash. Could be ones. Oh, well, how interesting. That certainly was a very generous tip, wasn't it? A very fat roll of cash that you can hardly be called a tip, Your Honor. The judge is beginning to look awfully suspicious of us. There's nothing I can really object to here. I mean, who can argue that a fat roll of money isn't really odd? Edward would know about fat tips, gunshot. cannot believe we're investigating a sussy tip when Paris is just sad nobody paid him. I know. Who can argue that a fat roll of money isn't really odd? Like I said, it could just be ones. So supposing that roll of cash was not a tip. Hi, Jasper. Welcome in. How are you? Then what was it? Payment, Your Honour. Payment? Isn't it obvious for the murder of Mr. Juan Corrida? Then the bellboy the witness saw. Yes, he was the assassin. Hold your horses now, Mr. Edgeworth. You don't have any proof of this. Do? Have I ever been unprepared to support my claims, Your Honour? Why did I say it like that? Your Honour? Your Honour? I just think of Edgeworth as a sassy gay Essex lad. Your Honour? I have here the card Shelley the Killer left at the scene of the crime. Shelley the Killer? He is the person the police's special investigations team has been chasing for ages. I am certain that the person the witness saw was this very assassin, Shelley the Killer. Really? I don't know why the Essex accent makes me really, like, dramatic. What's wrong, Mr. Powers? No, nothing. Something just clicked in my head and I think I just figured something out. Who? Actually, I saw that bellboy again later on that night. What? Mr. Powers, please testify. Tell us what you saw. Yes, sir, right away. I'm glad you're okay, Jasper. Appears to be the time of night when chat goes feral. It's just James. This time I was in the hallway because I had to go to the bathroom. And that's when that bellboy I saw earlier came out of the room. Of course, when I say room, I mean Juan Corrida's room. Now that I think about it, that bellboy did seem kind of out of place. Yeah, so he had to be the assassin, I'm sure of it. I mean... Thank you very much, that is all we need for now. Oh, but I'm not done. There's still more. Let us first establish that the bellboy was truly Mr. the Killer, then we shall see. So the bellboy came out of the victim's room. And if that bellboy really was the assassin, then I think the answer is fairly obvious. That would be correct, Your Honour. Well, Mr. Wright, I believe it's your turn to entertain and make us laugh. Luke, welcome in, how are you? So it's been a while. I'm constantly busy and tired, but not today. I have the week off this week. Oh, I'm sorry you're busy and tired. Glad you got the week off though. Luke, is there a day of the week that is good for buying currency? Or is it just any day, really? Because you know, like some like flights, or you should buy flights on a Tuesday. As a mod myself, it's always As a mod myself, it's always me. Fighting zombies in D&D? Dungeons and Dragons? They have zombies in Dungeons and Dragons? Ha 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 ha. This is no laughing matter. And what time was it? Oh, well, I don't remember. The award ceremony ended around 8 p.m., right? And I went to Matt's room pretty soon after that, and then I came back. And then I went to the bathroom. So I guess maybe it was around 8:10 by that time. You're not one for details, are you, Mr. Powers? Sorry. I thought I could maybe catch Matt and say my congrats. You can fight loads and stuff? Oh, I had no idea there was zombies in Dungeons and Dragons. But it makes sense, because it's just, like, create your own adventure, so it can be anything in there, really. Are you sure it was the same bellboy? Yeah. And how could you tell? All the bellboys wear the same uniform, after all. But you see, well, he had those stitches in his face. Ugh. So I'm sure it's the same guy that was talking with Matt. So, which room did the bellboy come out of? Angie, welcome in. How are you? Just got home from work and you're exhausted? Oh. You missed all the drama. You play a bard wizard who's a goth changeling. So you're a fairy. The victim's room, huh? Yeah, the one with all the really pretty flowers and teddy bears. It was Juan Carita's room, alright. Words cannot describe how screwed I am. Let's continue with the testimony, shall we? Now that I think about it, that bellboy did seem kind of out of place. Yeah, so we had... Oh, wait. What am I doing? Why am I reading that? I don't need to read that. So what exactly was so out of place about him? Right. Right. That's so... Why? The insipid grin? Maybe because I have no idea what damaging thing he's gonna say next. Well, the bellboy was empty-handed. Empty-handed? That bellboy was one of those room service people, right? But he wasn't pushing a cart and he wasn't holding a tray either. You'd call that a little strange too, wouldn't you? I agree that it is a bit strange, Mr. Powers. But is it really that unusual for a bellboy to be empty-handed? There's nothing strange or unusual about an empty-handed bellboy. But there really is. There really isn't. I wanna really wanna zig a zig. If you two are done being school children, bellboys are for room service. There's no reason for them to be empty-handed ever. Your Honour, I ask that the witness's previous statement be supplanted with this one. The message keeps getting blocked. Have you been trying to use the word spooky? Because I have spooky banned as a word in chat because it's like there's a lot of discussion right now about the use of it because the word spook is like a racialized slur going back to the Second World War, I think. So it's like it's like just a kind of protective measure so that people don't feel uncomfortable. Use cards like Gambit from the Marvel. I have a ton of Halloween-like magic. Oh, okay. Oh no, you're fine, Luke. Don't worry about it. Not everyone's gonna know about this. It's like an ongoing discussion. Some people are okay with it, some people aren't. I just thought it's better to just, you know. It's a very queer-coded character build. Are you going to do whatever you can to make the bellboy look suspicious? I see. Very well. This court recognizes and grants the prosecution's request. Mr. Powers, if you could amend your testimony, please. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. A genderless shapeshifter? I love that.
But why would it be weird to come out empty-handed? Like, you could have dropped something off and then not had anything to take away. Mr. Powers? Yes? You're easily influenced by other people's words, aren't you? As soon as you heard that, the bellboy might have been the killer. You got caught up in believing it must be true. But, isn't he really suspicious? He's got all those stitches and... I just realised I was talking about how Matt on guard has scars on his face, and that is like very typical, or like old school, like I think probably still, like, you know, like, oh, the villain has a scar, they're a bad person, they've got a scar. But it's the same for the killer, because he's got stitches on his face, like all the way down his face. Oh, he's a bad guy. He's got a visual disfigurement on his face. Classic. So, a baseball has stitches? Oh, what? Phoenix, what are you saying? Are you saying all baseballs are suspicious because they have stitches? The long-term conversations around good scars, evil stars is ongoing. Yeah, I mean, I think, like, scars... I think it's good for people in media to have scars, because a load of people in real life have scars. The problem is historically, they've always been villains that had scars and not anyone good, and you need to have both sides, you know? It's like gay kind of representation. Like, historically, villains have always been quite queer coded. And if there were queer coded people on the good side, it wouldn't be as bad. Or if there were villains who weren't always queer coded, like if there weren't queer coded villains, if that makes sense. But because it's quite it's like a imbalance, that's why it's bad. This is a ridiculous statement to be making, Phoenix. Well, there's also, I mean, what about him being empty-handed? I would like to ask the court to please take a look here. This is the crime scene. There's a wine glass sitting next to Mr. Karida's body. The liquid inside this glass is tomato juice. And now, if you would look at what is on top of the table in the lower right corner here. Anyone can clearly see that it is a tray with a bottle of tomato juice on it. The bellboy had just brought this to Mr. Karida's room. He left the tray in the room, which is why he was empty-handed when he left. Oh, but that would mean that the bellboy had seen and left a dead body in the room. Ah, but can you prove that Mr. Karida was already dead at that time? Mr. Edgeworth? Yes? I blame you for leading me down this route. I'm terribly sorry. What's with him? Why is he laughing? Because he's trying to help you, Phoenix. Villains have scars for symbolic reasons, but real people get on fire or some shit and they don't deserve the stigma. Yeah, exactly. Witness, isn't there one more thing you would like to share with us? Is there? The bellboy was empty-handed, or should I say empty-handed?
I recall you had something interesting to say about his hands. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Huh? What? That bellboy, he was wearing gloves. Gloves? Yeah, pitch black leather ones. All the other bellboys don't wear gloves like that, right? Black leather gloves. Why didn't you mention them earlier? Sorry, it slipped my mind. Ugh, boy, does this make the bellboy look really suspicious. Alright, got to focus. I can't get lax here. So what if he had gloves? A lot of bellboys wear gloves. Shelley symbolically evokes Frankenstein, a cobbled together figure emulating human behavior, but just off. Yeah, there is kind of Frankenstein vibes, yeah. Come on, Mr. Wright, that bellboy was wearing black leather gloves. So, a football is made of leather. Are you saying all... Why does he keep doing this? Why does he keep talking about balls and sports? Why is this his go-to? Baseballs have stitches. Footballs are made of leather. He is just saying words. And to be fair, he's trying to kill time. But like, this is nuts. Are you saying footballs are suspicious because they are made of leather? Oh. But that man, he received a large roll of cash from the defendant. And then he was seen leaving the crime scene wearing black leather gloves. I don't think that even someone like myself could believe he was just another bellboy. It seems that we've finally come to an understanding. Now then, witness, please continue with the rest of your testimony. The rest? Oh yes, please tell us more. Okay. Their second meeting? That sounds romantic. After leaving Juan's room, the bellboy went and knocked on Matt's door just like that. He gave something to the person inside the room. Then the old guy just left without even going into the room. After that, I went to the bathroom and went back to my seat. I don't know what it is with Powers' voice. When I say room in that voice, I don't know what happens to me. Room. He goes to the room. I don't know what. Can't just say room. Rome. So the bellboy, after leaving the crime scene, next went to the defendant's room. Yeah, I kind of saw all that by accident. Some accident? I'd say you saw too much. And although it was suspicious to high heaven. I think it's safe to say that we can no longer consider this bellboy to be normal. Now then, let's get started, shall we? Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. Is that what you saw while you were busy spying? Excuse me? I may be a poor underpaid action star, but even I wouldn't stoop to spying. Well, I think the point is, where did you watch all this from, Mr. Powers? Oh, from the door of the bathroom, with my left eye in a sort of sneaky spy-like. I knew he was spying. Please, does it really matter if he was doing it over or underhandedly? What did the bellboy do next? That's all I care to know. He gave... Oh. I said hold it. Okay. Okay. That's better. What kind of statement is that? Please elaborate and give a few more details. Oh, okay. I should probably ask him only one question at a time. So who took this something the bellboy handed off? Actually, I don't know. What do you mean? I'm sorry, but I only saw the person's arm. Only an arm? Then you're saying you didn't see the person's face? Yeah. Well, it was Mr. On Guard's room, correct? So it could have only been Mr. On Guard himself, I'd say. And then, what did the bellboy do after that? Oh, so after he gave the person inside the room the thing. He gave something to this person. Yeah. And what was this something? Ha ha ha. If I remembered what it was, I wouldn't be calling it a something, would I? But this implies that something was removed from the scene of the crime. Are you sure you really can't remember, Mr. Powers? I think it was something kind of small. I would like to summarise this testimony up to this point, if you don't mind. When the bellboy left the crime scene, he immediately went to the defendant's room. There, he handed a small item of some sort to the person inside. As for the person who received the item, all you could see was the person's arm. Yes, it was just like that. Mr. Edgeworth, is this all really that important? Of course, Your Honour. I think this is of the utmost importance. This is when whatever was removed from the crime scene was handed over to the client. Mr. Powers, please try to remember what it was the bellboy handed it off. Well, let's see. I think it was no. If you remember, please add it to your testimony. Yes, sir. If I saw it again, I could say for sure, but I think it was some sort of wooden statue. Like this wooden bear? What was the point of that pregnant pose? Where did that objection come from? Well, speak up. It was me, Your Honor. What is it, Phoenix? I have a feeling that something bad is going to happen once I show this. Mr. Wright, if you have something to say, please spit it out. Yes, Your Honor. Okay, Phoenix, deep breath. Mr. Powers, the something you saw. Was it this item? Oh, hey, that's it. That's the something. Wow, Mr. Wright, you really figured it out. I recall we found this in Matt on God's mansion. At the defendant's house? What does this mean? It's simple, Your Honor. Shelley the killer assassinated Wonka Reed in his room. I don't know what has entered my body. And then he stole this wooden bear from the scene of the crime. Then the bear being found at Matt on God's mansion would mean... It goes without saying, Your Honour. Mr. Matt on God is the killer's client. Why am I talking like this? We can't do pregnancy at a time like this. Yeah, no M-preg right now. Order, order, order. I said order! Mr. Wright, this is a most unfortunate turn of events for you. Yeah. Sorry, Mia. No. It's alright. Your judgment was sound. Actually, I figured the bell would come up. If not now, then it would have later on. Even if you hadn't shown it to Scott, I'm sure your friend Edgeworth would have. I almost forgot that you knew about it too. I think it is clear that there is no need for us to continue this trial. I can't let this happen. I have to do something. There has to be something we've overlooked. Your Honor, a minute, please. Yes, Mr. Wright. There are still a few points left that we have not fully explored. What are you trying to pull? Oh, well, we can't have that. All right, Mr. Wright, what questionable point would you like to explore further? The person who received the bear? because we don't know who that is yet. That could have been Thingamabob. Oh, I just realized we've hit our sub goal. Would you like a snack? Oh wait, we're about to go to an ad. Once the ad's over, we'll give you the snack. And that is the identity of the person who received the bear. He gave something to the person inside the room. I'm sorry, but I only saw the person's arm. As long as we don't know who it was that took the bear. We can't be sure if... Oh! What is it, Mr. Powers? You're going to scream like that and at least give us a good reason why. Oh yeah, sorry. Actually, so I remembered. I remember who took the bear. Really? I mean, I only saw his arm, but the arm, it was a Nickel Samurai's arm. I swear it. Yeah, but that could have been Thingamabob. You've got to be kidding! Are you sure of that, Mr. Powers? Yeah, I'm sure it was the Nickel Samurai. Order, order! It looks like you've dug your own grave yet again. How many times is that today? I've lost count. So, the person who took in this little bear was the Nickel Samurai. And as we all know, Matt on God is a Nickel Samurai. But someone was dressed as him. Thanks to the defense, we've made that all clearer. What am I supposed to do now? Mia, help! You don't have time to act lost. You've got to find another angle to attack this from. Hurry. Now, I will bring this cross-examination to... Your Honor! Again, Mr. Wright. I've already removed any and all questionable areas of this testimony. It's about time you were removed from this court, Mr. Wright. I have to find something, even one more little point will do. There are still questions left unanswered. What are you trying to pull? Oh, well, we can't have that. Alright, Mr. Wright, what question point would you like to explore further? I think it's very obvious that the bear itself is very questionable. The bear? Mr. Wright. This was found at Mr. Enguard's mansion. However, Mr. Engard was arrested at the hotel that night, which means that since the murder occurred, he has not had a chance to go home. Oh, that's true. Who? I think Your Honor has already figured out what I'm trying to say. It's not possible that it was Mr. Engard who took this bear to his mansion. Why, that's very true. We didn't consider that point, Mr. Wright. Okay, before we continue this. Would somebody like a snack? I need to move some papers that are sitting on top of it. Oh, it's mail, actually. Do I need any of this rubbish? French mail. Oh my god, I got sent my mortgage statement 3 times this year for some reason, so that's all sitting there as well. Love that. Anyway. Hello. 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 Ugh. Stinks. Thank you for helping me hit my sub goal. Oh, you dropped one. Did you get it all? Apart from the one you dropped. I don't know where you went. You dropped one on the floor. Where did it go? I don't know where you went. Where it went, Hope. Oh well. You love her so much. I also love her so much. That's my baby. Okay. Back to the trial. There was no way, time-wise, for the defendant to have taken this bear home. Disaster averted. Looks. You haven't gotten the best of me yet, Mr. Wright. Huh? I remember it clear as day. I remember what you muttered to yourself at On Guard's mansion. We have this area completely surrounded. There's no way for him to escape. I can't believe it. That butler. All this time he was to kill her. To kill her and On Guard were working together, so to speak. Phoenix, you stupid fuck. Phoenix, you're so stupid. And to kill her was hiding it in On Guard mansion as his butler. What a bold move. The bear figurine was brought back to On Guard mansion by the killer himself. When it looked like he was about to be arrested, On Guard had him do so. I assume because it would have been bad had the police found it during their investigation. What's in the bear? As Hope's gay uncle, you need to come see her? You do. Where's she gone? Oh, she's gone after her food. Well, Mr. Wright, you've been quiet for a while now. This is too much. Isn't there anything I can attack at all? I think we've had enough. We now know why this bear figurine was at the defendant's mansion, as well as who it was that received the bear from the assassin in his room. Everything has become very clear. The client who hired the assassin to commit the murder was Mr. Matt On Guard. I see no reason for this trial to continue, therefore I will now hand down my verdict. Thank you, Your Honour, for your understanding. You see, Mr. Wright, you could not win against the truth, could you? I knew it would turn out this way. After all, what Edgeworth has stated is the truth. Any last objections, Mr. Wright? Well, do I? What should I do? Raise an objection. There is only one way for me to drag this trial out. The only thing I have left is this one dirty trick. Your Honour, right now we have these two reasons to believe my client is the assassin's client. Reason number one, he accepted the bear figurine from the assassin. Reason number two, that very same figurine was found at On Guard Mansion. However, I don't know why I went Italian. It's possible that this all was the work of a certain other person. What are you saying? What I am saying is it's possible a different person is the killer's real client. You're finishing up your game. How did it go? The real client? Yeah. Is this all you have? Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your theory. Who do you say is the killer's real client and therefore the real murderer? Adrian Andrews, because she was the one wearing the costume. Adrian Andrews? Yes, we already know that she tried to frame Matt On Guard for the crime. By wearing a spare nickel samurai costume. Oh. Then the nickel samurai's arm that I saw. That could have very well been Miss Andrews. But what about Mr. On Guard? If you please recall yesterday's testimony, the defendant was taking a nap during the break period. That's right. Then, finding this figurine at Mr. On Guard's mansion was a well-laid trap set by Miss Andrews. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion of this? I can't even begin to count the flaws in the defence's logic. Besides which, there's no evidence to support it. However, I can't fully discount its possibility either. What is with this trail? Come on, anyone could tell On Guard did it. Can't believe the defense would go so far as to pin the guilt on someone else. Yeah, unbelievable. It's not something petty, it's murder of all things. This is to save Maya. This is to save Maya. Even if the whole world turns against me, this is one fight I can't give up on. Order, order, order. All disrupted parties will be forced to leave the courtroom. Your Honour. For the benefit of the defence, I'm willing to play along with his what-if game. His what-if game, Mr. Edgeworth? The prosecution is prepared to challenge the defence's theory. Mr. Wright, even you must have thought it strange and wondered, why would the criminal want this little wooden bear? He's right. The killer did specially bring that bear to On Guard right away. Why do you ask? Is there something special about it? Absolutely. And I'm sure that once the court knows its significance, the true killer's identity will become crystal clear. Your Honour, the prosecution calls upon a witness who will clear all doubts against Miss Andrews. And who would that be? It's quite simple, Your Honour. Miss Adrian Andrews herself. I see. Well then, the court will take a short 10-minute recess. The prosecution will prepare its witness in that time. Yes, Your Honour. It's good, as I said before, we're fighting hordes of zombies, so they're easy to knock out, but it's a lot of numbers. So I'm looking to do some good fireball damage rolls. Ah, okay. The way he just magics a glass into his hand. Okay. Wait, what was his voice again? It was like Cali Surfer dude. I knew it was a good idea to hold her hostage. Don't you agree, Mr. Lawyer? But I never thought in your desperation you'd try to pin the guilt onto Adrian. Oh, I swear this demon will pay.
Mr. Nick!
Pearls? Where's Mia?
I don't know. A really strong power suddenly called her away.
A really strong power? Oh!
Oh, Mr. Nick, your phone is...
From Gumshoe. How's it going? Have you been hanging in there, pal? Yeah, sort of. We just found something to latch onto. Fool, that's good, pal. And what about you? Anything yet? Have you figured out where the killer and Maya are? We still don't have any leads, but... What? We don't have any more time. If we just had one, even a single clue would be really helpful. I was only able to come this far because I kept thinking to myself, I've got to keep the trial going until Maya's been rescued. But have I just run out of luck this time? Is all our hope for naught? A tent? Huh? A tent? Could see a circus tent. Oh. Mia? It looks like Maya was unconscious until a few minutes ago. As soon as she woke up, she called for me. So it was Maya that called you away? She's locked in a dusty little room right now. But I could see a circus tent outside the window about 300 feet away. Gumshoe! Is there a circus in town right now? There's only one pal, the very big circus! Maya's somewhere within a 300-foot radius of the main tent. I don't know if I can go near that circus. What? Oh, okay, hold on a sec, pal. Hey, draw a circle on the map about a 300-foot radius from this main tent. Hurry! And? I could see a mailbox under the window just outside. Gumshoe, there's also a mailbox. Okay, what else? What else, Mia? I'm sorry, but it was a very small window. I couldn't see anything else. Felt like I was in an old office building, maybe the third floor or so. I heard her! An old office building. Good stuff, pal! Okay, just hang in there just a little longer, pal. Wish us luck. Good luck. I'll call you later, so don't let your battery die, okay, pal? Mia, Maya's not hurt, right? She's in a pretty bad state, Phoenix. She's being starved. Gumshoe, please hurry. Looks like we're out of time. Are you alright, Phoenix? It's only a matter of time before Maya's rescued. I can do this. I just have to make this trial last a little longer. Dun dun dun. And that is where we will leave it for today. So much drama. So much drama. But the good news is we're coming to the end. I'm excited to see how this ends, which means we'll finish next week. And if you know me, you know I love finishing a game. Okay, let's find someone to raid. I don't know why I'm speaking in my French accent, but here we are. Before we raid, just a reminder that today is the first day of our next book for book club. You can start reading, which is, I don't have the cover on because I take the cover off when I read books, but A Song of Wraiths and Ruin by Roseanne Brown. It's an African-inspired fantasy book. I haven't started it yet. I've just got my bookmark on page 1. So I like my bookmark. It's a metal mark with here you go. I love metal and wood bookmarks. They're so much better than paper ones. Paper bookmarks are the bane of my life because they always fall apart. Anyway, shall we go find someone to raid? Let's go raid Allie. She's playing some Pokemon. Allie is the leader of, founder of Pinecone, which is one of the stream teams I'm on. So I would appreciate if you could join in the raid. Here, let me get it going. Here are my raid messages if you're joining in the raid. Here is my YouTube where I post reactions to K-pop and K-drama. I just posted a Kiss of Life reaction earlier, so go check that out. Here's my Discord if you want to talk off stream. Also, best place for schedule updates, book club updates. If you want to be in the book club, go and make sure you accept that you do the reaction role for that. And for chatting, if you want to just chat. For everything else, you can find on my beacons. And yeah, I hope you'll have a lovely rest of your day. I will be live again on Thursday, where we will be starting Stormblood in Final Fantasy XIV. I'm so excited to start a new X pack. I'm very excited to see where we get to with that. And yeah, I hope you have a lovely rest of your Tuesday. Thank you for hanging out with me. And I'm excited to see us finishing this game next week. Yeah, goodbye everybody!